this is on now. So who fancies doing a recap of what happened when we played? We played last week. What happened when we played last week?
Some of us went and stored some goons in a warehouse.
Uh-huh.
Some of us went and chased the other goon. We got the goon. He gave us the wrong goon address. Knocked him unconscious. Brought him back with the others. And just spent the rest of it negotiating with them.
Mm-hmm.
Really badly.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a meeting with the goon leader. That's about it. Oh, and Lidda went off for more magical adventures in the mountains.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I wrote notes last week, but I must have forgotten to hit save because they are not here. So.
It's tricky like that. Find your notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about the size of it, really. So, last week I wrote down that this week you guys wanted to find this wizard, wanted to find a new hideout, and Naren wanted to do some light banking. Is that right?
Sounds about right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I don't remember what Naren doing light banking translates to.
Okay. Well, see, I would say check with yourself. But being as that ship's kind of sailed. Yeah, I don't remember. That's what I wrote in. Sure. Okay.
Sure.
So, let us pick up first with Ms. Stoneward. So, where had we gone to with you, Lidda? You had teleported?
We're in the snow.
And that had gone poorly for you?
Yes.
And you were stuck in some snow?
Yes.
So you trace all the sigils and do all the chanting and weave all the magic, and you and Tydeus vanish in a flash of light, and you appear, from your perspective, in a blinding white light, and then you realize that the light's really cold. The light's inside your robes and stuff. You're awfully chilly. And yeah, you kind of you realize you are stuck in a snowdrift, and your mouth is like filled with snow and stuff. What is your immediate reaction to being teleported into some snow?
Oh geez, that's fucking cold. Yeah, I got things again. I'll try and probably cast something. I was gonna cast like fire shield on myself or something to
Sure.
I don't remember what it's called. To sort of like give myself some cold resistance. Yeah, warm shield grants you resistance to cold damage.
Sure. Okay. Sure. So you start chanting, and you kind of snap this kind of warm buffer of energy around you. Suddenly, it's not so cold in here. Is the shield like hot to the touch? Does it like melt stuff?
I think so, because it does damage to people if they come.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
If they hit you.
Sure. So like a few moments pass by after you cast the spell, and you gradually see the snow and ice around you start to melt and kind of slough off, and you kind of emerge from the snowdrift. It was quite a large snowdrift, but as you emerge from it, you see that it was predominantly large compared to a halfling, and like Tydeus is standing like 6 feet, away, like kind of like looking around. He's up to like his crotch in the snow. Otherwise doing okay. Doesn't seem to notice you at first, and he's going, Stoneward, is this some kind of joke? Where are you?
I'm over here.
Oh.
I stick my hand out of the snowdrift.
Sure. He kind of Are you all right? Do you need a hand? Look, it looks like it's a bit flatter over there
You know,
on the path.
yeah. Some smaller drifts would be good.
Sure, he kind of like reaches down and pulls you up by the collar and pulls you out and sets you down on the there's kind of like a beaten path. Can you give us a perception check?
Perception. Oh, not 20.
Okay. Sure. So after a short amount of time coming to your senses and getting your bearings, you realize you recognize the landscape around you, and you realize that you are basically standing at the Shadowguard Keep is in the middle of a mountain pass. You're basically standing on the rail side of the foothills of that mountain pass. Like, you guys have walked up this path before. You didn't walk up in the middle of winter. It looks a bit more treacherous now, but you do recognize where you are. And you're like, you think that you're roughly like 3 or 4 hours walk away from the actual keep itself. So like you're off target, but not by that much. And Tydeus says, do you know where we are? Is this the keep? What was this the keep?
No, we're off target a little bit, but
right.
We're on the path. I think we're about 3 hours away.
3 hours?
Yeah. It's a lot closer than over a day away.
I suppose. I thought you had some kind of talent for this, Stonered. Which direction is it?
For what?
I know, sorcery, the teleportation, all this now. I mean,
I can teleport. Doesn't mean I'm good at it. Actually, I can do the teleportation circle. I just learned how to teleport, actually. So this is my first time.
Right, well, yes, you've got a bit of work to do on it still, I'd say.
Do you know how to teleport?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
okay.
I know the theory of it, certainly. I'm conjurer, you know. I know all about.
I see.
Give us an insight check.
School. Okay. Oh, it rolled automatically.
What?
No, you're not 20.
Damn it.
I got a nat 1 and then a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Sure, so you look at him and you're like, oh, okay, maybe he does know what he's talking about. And then hang on, now this guy hasn't got a fucking clue. He's never teleported anywhere before. He's just just the way he kind of starts over explaining how much he knows about teleportation, and you realize that nah, this dude has he probably can cast the spells, but he's never done it before. He's never actually had to do it.
Right.
He seems somewhat shaken by the whole teleportation process and stuff, in a way that you wouldn't expect him to. And he says, so yes, right. What direction is it? Up this path, is it?
Yep.
We just
right up this path.
walk up there. All right. Any beasts?
There could be. Hopefully not. It's dead of winter right now, so maybe things are hibernating. I hope things are hibernating. There's probably not that much prey around, right? Other than us.
Reasonable, yeah.
Probably more dangerous that way, but we'll get through it.
Yeah. All right. Well, you lead the way if you know where we're going.
Okay. I tried trudging through these.
Sure.
These things are bigger than I am.
Sure. Yeah, it's kind of it's somewhat heavy. It's certainly the last time you were here, you came by horse, and it was in summer, I think. So it was a much easier walk. This, you're oh god, this is gonna be hours. It's gonna be fucking interminable. How long does your fire shield last?
Ooh, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay.
No.
Sure. So, yeah, you and Tydeus start striding off. Your 10 minutes go by and your shield starts to wear off, and you start to feel the chill of your surroundings. So I can tell you that traversing this kind of Arctic terrain in the dead of winter is going to be much like when you guys tried to climb that big friggin' mountain, and you guys had to make checks for exhaustion. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Based on the code. So basically every hour of walking you need to make a con save. Is how the rules work for it.
Okay.
And if you fail, you get a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
But you can auto pass that if you get cold resistance or cold weather clothes. Obviously, you're probably unlikely to find cold weather clothes on the way up there. But if you have a way of getting cold resistance for your journey, then that's not going to be an issue for you. But otherwise,
Would it
yeah.
be possible to, like, if it gets to the point where, like, she's getting too cold and it would be a exhaustion check to do, spend 10 minutes as a ritual making a tiny hut?
I mean, you can do that if you want. It'll just take a bit longer.
Well, let's see how the rolls go first,
Sure,
I
okay.
guess.
Yeah.
And if it starts getting, like, bad, then I'll do
Sure.
tiny hut.
Okay. So give us one for your first hour of travel, and then we'll cut back to see what's happening on scale.
What kind of check is it?
It's just a con save.
Con save.
Okay.
4.
All right. Well, yeah, that's your first level. But you've been on scale for ages, and then you were back in the big city. It's very different climate. So it starts eating into your bones a wee bit. As this
What
first
does the
hour
first
passes.
level of exhaustion do again?
That's a good question.
I don't know where to mark it off or anything.
In D&D Beyond, it's in the conditions bit. Level 1 is disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay. I think I'll keep going for the second hour, but then do a little tiny hut.
Sure. How's Eddie's doing? Let's find out. Because you see he's been very judgmental about your lack of winter clothing, but he's also not dressed for winter. He manages okay for the first hour. So yeah, you guys, start heading up towards the keep, and let us then cut back to the warehouse on scale. It's about, at this point, it's about 10 a.m. Not quite noon, mid-morning. You guys are in your warehouse, having released the goons. What is your plan? I've just noticed Matt's not here, and he may be somewhat instrumental in making a plan. But yeah, you guys have the whole day ahead of you. The Green Fangs had mentioned that you would get a reply at the docks at noon, but you got a couple hours before then to do as you wish.
It's gonna be making that book.
Oh yeah, you're making the book. Yeah.
So right, okay. How many? Sorry, Jake. How many days until the army arrives?
So today is the 22nd. You're in the morning of the 22nd right now, and I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check. The army arrives on the 25th. So you have today, tomorrow, the day after that, and then it's army day. So you have 3 days, including today, and then the day the army comes.
Okay, so the day the army comes, that is when we are doing all the army stuff. So we're lowering the drawbridge. Then we have 3 full days, including today, to do stuff in the city.
Yeah.
So we want to ideally take out or make the wizard not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
We're arranging a meeting with the Green Fang boss.
Yes. So at the docks at noon, you will get details from the Green Fangs on the specifics of the meeting. Somehow.
Mm-hmm.
You did also say they weren't to have any Green Fangs tailing you guys, so you're not entirely sure. Like that sounded cool in the moment, but now you're like maybe not entirely sure how that's actually going to work with the getting the reply thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that was more don't tail us rather than don't send a messenger.
Yeah. Just depends how literally they want to take it.
I think the thing is that, like, it's depending on how big the docks are, and also like whomever in our party, the Green Fangs need to know what they look like.
Yes,
So,
you are
like-
all disguised, and when you spoke to them, you were not disguised, so you don't look the same now.
Mm-hmm. And even if one of us were to go out, it would have to be be honest, it probably have to be Zarzan, because Zorgar and Naren can't go out as they are. That's just
I think we'd be
a
fine.
bad idea. I think that's an awful idea.
Are there like posters up of Naren and Zorgar? Do people actually know what we look like?
Give me a general perception check for the past wee while. You guys have been in and around the sea and in and around the capital. In fact, you don't even need to. Yeah, you know that there are posters up about you guys. Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad. I did not roll well.
Aren't you in armor and have your trident and stuff as well? Like,
Yeah, they're like
if you
police
were-
sketches.
If anyone in the public saw you, you'd have to assume they know who you are. And if that's the case, you'd have to assume the guards would be called. Right?
They might be supporters of the cause.
No one would publicly support the cause. That's suicide.
It's motivational for our army.
Well, I'm not motivating your army right now. I'm trying to talk about how we're going to meet up with the assassins in the dock. Yeah. Does anyone have any ideas how we're going to let the assassins know that we're at the docks as well, and how we're going to see the
Well-
assassins at the dock?
Could we not dress up as what we were disguised as?
Are we currently disguised, Jake?
So, as far as I understand, last night you were woken up and attacked.
Oh yeah.
And so then you were no longer disguised. You looked like you guys.
Yeah.
And then you took the green fangs and rough-housed them and stuff, and then they agreed to go and deliver your message to their boss and set up a meeting. And then Lidda went back to the mainland and seeming you guys before. So it's kind of up to you guys if you look like people you've already looked like before. Like if you're looking like the people that were at the restaurant, that may arouse more suspicion, but would also probably be people that the green fangs would be able to pick out. Or you can be entirely new people. It's kind of up to you. It's kind of up to Lidda, really.
When I scryed Jake,
Yeah.
did I get any sense of who would be meeting, or who would be taking who would be giving that information at the dock?
No, just that someone would be doing it.
There is a long shot that the person that I scryed on would be the person that gives us the info.
Mhm.
That's a total gamble, though, so I wouldn't count on that. So
Awesome.
I could scry and find out where they are at the dock, but that's counting on a lot of things going right. So I wouldn't
I
bet
also
on that.
think the Zarzan plan is fine. No
Okay.
offense, Zarzan, but no one knows who you are. You're Dragonborn, so you won't look suspicious and speak Draconic. Seems like a fairly safe bet to me.
All right. Zarzan, would you be down for going to the docks then and getting that message? All right. Naren, you're heading to the bank, right?
I guess so. Hopefully I left a note there for why I'm going to the bank.
I think it was to convert all this 25 gold pieces into 25 scalar gold pieces.
That was it. The
Mm.
side Naren objectives, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe we're also getting breakfast from Acosta.
That's right.
Last
Why?
time we went out for food, it ended
Getting
poorly.
ripped off.
Is there anything else? Anything else the rest of us can do? Muir is duplicating the book, which is needed for the meeting, so that's fine. I am a dwarf, so I can't really do anything out there. And Zorgar, you could do stuff if you want, but I don't know what you'd do.
Go to the bank.
Raffin could do stuff. You want to go to the bank as well? Okay, cool.
I was going to the bank.
Maybe Zarzan should have backup.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going alone. Wait, is the bank happening at the same time as the docks?
But no, they don't have to. You guys could probably just go out and do that. Do the bank first and then go to the docks.
I thought we picked the docks because it's the only area we know, as in Naren knows. 'Cause
Hmm.
He's been to Ormonth a couple of times, but only really knows the docks.
Okay. Well, yeah, you guys go to the bank, then go to the docks. Then, do we want to meet up back here and figure out what we're doing with the rest of the day? We could do more Green Fang stuff, or we could do wizard stuff. I think is the two.
Feel
Unless
like
there's
the
another-
wizard stuff takes priority.
Yeah. Okay. Mira, do you want me to stay around here as bodyguard?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hang out, have
Yeah.
a chat about mushrooms. Be great.
Yeah. Gonna see what your thoughts are on religion and shit, because you're carrying around that whole god thing, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense with what you say. So it's I gotta figure that out.
Fine, yeah, sure. Yeah, be great. Be great, yeah. Got back to
Alright.
I'm really making a book. God, sponged it.
Sure. Okay. So, Naren and Zorgar are going to the bank. Is that right?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So the bank. There's one bank in the city. It's the central bank. So it's in roughly the town. You know roughly where it is. You just heading out.
Yeah.
Sure. So I mean, you guys are disguised. So, are you bringing like weapons with you or anything?
Are they part of the disguise? Or are they
don't-
blatantly
I don't think so.
tridents? Because normally doesn't disguise turn them into just other weapons?
Maybe. I don't really know how it works. Let's have a look. Seeming.
I think seeming you can get rid of weapons because it's not like a disguise. It's literally like an illusion.
Yeah, the spell disguises physical appearance as well as clothing, armor, weapons, and equipment. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So you I guess I get you have Nautilus on your tridents and Zorgar has whatever axe he's using at the minute, or whatever weapon he's using at the minute. But they'd be disguised as like pens or something.
Pants.
Yeah, or something wherever you think is appropriate. But yeah, I mean, if you guys are pretty well disguised.
What
So
were we disguised as?
it's a good question.
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn what? Just dudes?
Chumps.
Regular? Yeah, we might have pens.
Or like a tool belt or something with some chisels on it or something, maybe.
I'll stick to the
Just
pens.
a couple of
Pens, yeah.
workies going to the bank.
Sure. I mean, if they're pens, there is kind of like, yeah, like the form is still there. It's just invisible. So it's like some portion of Nautilus would be a pen, but you still have like it wouldn't connect with the.
Also,
How are you making your pen float like that?
Yeah, kind of.
also, I just have it like strapped to my back for like
Yeah.
pen use.
Hold on, I'll sign that document for you.
Oh, sorry, I've impaled you there. Sure. I mean, you guys are pretty well disguised that type of morning where no one's really paying attention either. So you'll be able to find the bank fairly easily. It's this large, fairly opulent building. It's got Clan Rakesh banners on the outside of it, and there is a small queue inside. People waiting to do their bank business.
Wait in a small queue, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, you're just gonna. It's a fairly slow-moving queue. So you've got like 10 minutes in the queue.
bank.
If you wanted to have any queue chat or anything.
Does that look like there's many guards about this place?
There's definitely a few, yeah. And it's kind of like like the bit of the bank that is accessible to the public is very, very small compared to the size of the building. Like everything's kind of locked down and stuff.
I was going to ask, is there a very clearly visible massive bank vault?
No.
Do not turn this into a bank heist, for the love of God.
You can kind of, like Naren's it has illicit dealings, so you can kind of like smell that there's totally one of the big fancy spinny vault doors somewhere in this building, but you just can't see it.
I can smell those.
Yeah, you
bolt
gotta kind of tingle it.
Circular.
They're calling to me.
Can you guys both give me perception checks?
$21.
21.
17.
Or 17 for Zorgar. Yes, both of you, while you're in the queue, you can hear there are some people there are two people, they're like kind of 5 people down. Most people in the queue are silent, but these 2 people are having a conversation. They're like, did you hear the big bang in the side of the city? Apparently, there's like a thunderclap. There's people saying the separatists are here. Really? The separatists here? What business would they have in Ormond? Are they trying to siege it or something? And I'm like, no, they wouldn't be. No. I think it's nonsense, probably. But you do wonder between the extra guards and the wizard and all the rest of it. You do wonder if there's something else going on. Maybe we don't know that. It's just they say it's just routine. How would we know, really? Yeah, I don't know. Right? Yeah. And then the tailor goes next, and then one of them like, no, and disappears off, going through their banking. And yeah, the queue moves fairly slowly, and then you get to be the front of the queue, and then the tailor rings a little bell and goes, next!
Hi there. Do you
Hello,
do
sir.
exchanges?
Yes?
I exchange this 25 mainline gold for... what currency do they use on the scale?
They're just like scale coins,
Gold.
basically. They're probably colloquially called like dregs for me. The teller says, you kind of looks at you and the amount of gold you've got, and it's like, yes, sir, that shouldn't be any problem. I just have to take a few details from you. What's your name, sir?
Mr. Yapuk.
Mr. Yapik. First name?
Yapuk.
Mr. Yapik Yapik?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Aaron has
Is
2
your
brain
address, sir?
cells. They're both called Yapik.
What was the street that we stayed the inn in?
The one you got assassinated in?
Yeah, fuck it, yeah.
I don't know what the address is, but Naren will know.
Sure.
Like,
Right,
all right.
well,
Oh, that's just where the incident last night was, wasn't it?
yeah, woke us right up out of our beds.
Oof. I mean, we haven't heard much, over here. It's just been rumors. Is there any information on what it was? They said it was a thunderclap, right?
So I've heard. All I know is I was rudely awoken and then wasn't allowed to go next door.
Some people have no respect, sir. What's your account number, sir?
Account number.
You do have an account?
Jake, does Zorgar have a bank account on scale?
Yeah, I imagine though the name
yeah, you
the
probably do,
account is
yeah.
under is Zorgar.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like probably you've got this far going, oh, it's just the bank, you just go through regular stuff, like you give them your name, your address, your account number, and then you're like, oh, hang on. So yeah, you probably do have a bank account. I'm sure you have some savings in there that have been just slowly accruing interest while you've been adventuring.
Why do you need an account number just to exchange money?
Well, I
Surely
need
it's-
to. That's quite a lot of gold, sir. I need to record, for tax purposes.
Open account. Make an account.
We'd like to open an account.
Right, sir. Okay. Well, right. Well, that will take a few days. The process.
Sorry, what?
Well, it's we have to run the checks. We have to ensure your identity and your address. And then there's all the filing to do. It has to go through Rakesh.
If you won't take my business, I'll take my business elsewhere. I need these coins exchanged today. Shouting
I mean,
throughout the bank now.
Okay, sir. I mean, you can try another branch, but they'll tell you the same thing.
I'll go to. Are there any other banks on sale?
Well, there's like one bank. There's like
It's
the
just-
central bank. There's the Bank of Scale.
How about the Royal Bank of Scale? It's different.
Yeah, is there a Royal Bank of Scale?
RBS.
Is there a Royal Bank of Scale? See, Bank of Scale used to be called Royal Bank of Scale, and then it got changed to Bank of Scale. But now there are some people that are like, oh yeah, I heard Balasars maybe want to change it back to Royal Bank of Scale, and bring back some of the older measures and things, the royal measures.
What about HSBC? Is that about?
Nah. It's like a state bank. It's not like a private bank, kind of a thing.
Jake, from looking
Yeah.
this guy up and down, I feel like he can be bribed. Does he seem like a kind of...
Give us an insight check. You can totally bribe this guy. This is just the dance, This is just the Vil back and forth, the Vil tango, just setting up the groundwork, testing the waters. You can absolutely bribe this guy.
Alright, listen, man. I got 25 goals here. If I only got 20 gold back in Drake, that'd be fine
Well, I
too.
mean, there is exchange rates to factor into it, yeah.
I thought they were the same.
Well, they're effectively the same, but you kind of like.
You're
I
telling
mean,
me
for example, this coin is about 200 years old. It's got different. The gold quantities, they fluctuate over time. It's very complicated, sir. You wouldn't understand.
Can I try and convince him?
Sure. How are you going to try and convince this guy?
I'll be like, try and persuade him by just saying like, if you were to go into the bank and a few coins somehow ended up in your pocket, that wouldn't be a problem.
Sure. Give us a persuasion check.
$31.
31.
Fuck. How do you have 31?
I am proficient in persuasion.
As you see, 5 of that is from the cloak that you probably don't have in it right now.
Okay,
So it's only 26.
Only.
Sure. Yeah. He kind of looks at you both and kind of looks around. And he says, "Well, there may have been some newer regulations on account. Let me just." He kind of takes the money and goes into the bank, and then a few minutes go by, when he returns and says, "Yes, sir. That's all fine. I've managed to match your details with the system." And he writes out a little slip of paper.
Okay.
So here is your new account details. There was, in fact, I wasn't wrong. There was an expedited process for, cohabiting couples like yourselves.
Thank you. Wait, what?
And he slides over 23. Oh no, what did you say, Matt? 20, you said 20. Yeah, he slides over 20 scale coins.
Oh dear. Alright. Nice doing business with, banking. Thank you.
You too, sir. Please,
Nice doing
please come
banking
again.
with you.
It rings a bell. And next,
Yeah. Guess we'll be on our
they're
way.
having like pizza or something. Look at that.
Was that pizza with sausages?
Might be chips.
Yeah, that'll make more sense.
My sauce is pizza with pepperoni on it and chips.
Nice.
The chips look chunky enough that I thought you just had like tons of
Chip.
what are they called?
Chip.
Side.
Yep.
Sausages as a side is wild.
What are they called? Chipolatas? Yeah, that's what it's
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who you guys?
Well, they just
Um,
have dozens of
I have to
chipolatas.
pack a lot of chipolatas at work.
Mm.
Are
Has
people
to be
what?
some-
Are people really buying loads of chipolatas?
People
Yeah,
love
they
their
have
chipolatas.
organic chipolatas.
I mean, chipolatas are pretty good.
They're good. They're good.
I mean, to be fair, I kind of prefer them to other sausages. Okay, you know what? I get it. I understand the triple L.
He's on board.
Yeah. So you guys get the money exchanged, and you do have a seemingly totally legit account under a name for someone that doesn't exist.
Yapik.
Yapik.
Nice.
So yeah. Do you have any further banking business, or is that you? Done?
How strongly can I smell this vault door?
Oh, you mean you don't know where it is, but you definitely know that like they gotta keep the gold somewhere, right? Yeah, when you're pretty sure when you heard him go away, you're pretty sure you heard like something turning, and like some some clanking, and it's suspiciously circular. You're like you like it's nearby, but you don't know where. You just you've got an itch.
How big is this building?
It's pretty big.
So I think there could be a nice hoard in there.
Oh yeah, probably. I mean, it's the central bank for the second largest city in the country. Like they gotta be hoarding a lot of dough in there.
Those bastards hoarding it all away.
Obviously, it belongs to people. It's people's livelihoods you're talking about. Just hidden behind the big circular door. All their life savings, all their pension funds, all that sort of stuff.
I don't know if we should do this. Don't think we should steal money from this bank.
I don't know what you're on about. You're just saying that because your money's here, aren't you?
No.
Stealing your own money back.
Why would my money be here?
What? That's what you just said. Didn't you just say you had an account here?
I have an account. I guess maybe my money is here, but
You don't know where your money is?
well, that's not how banks work.
Yeah.
It's not.
This is why I didn't want this joint account. You don't even know where your own fucking money is. How are you supposed to know where
You
our
don't
money
understand
is?
how banks work. There is money that they could give to me that would be mine is in my account, but it's not like set aside as that's Zorgar's money.
Is that how these banks work?
That's how all banks work.
In the real world, sure.
That is probably how these banks work. Yeah. It's a small enough country, and with a robust enough bureaucratic system, that they can probably make that happen.
Also, we're trying to get the people of scale to like us a little bit.
Also, I'd like to point
If
out,
we
Naren has
steal
said
their
nothing aloud. Naren is just sniffing.
I feel like Zorgar would be able to kind of tell what you were thinking if you're just like.
You can tell what he's thinking.
Oh, you can. You're all telepathically linked, aren't you?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
shit. Yeah, so
for
this is
I
a whole
even looked at
monologue.
those.
Yeah, this is a whole brain conversation.
This is
Can't
Naren
imagine.
just thinking to himself, like,
This is
Oh,
the
we
one
get through
time
the
everyone
vault
can
door.
metagame.
Yeah. So back in the north, Lidda, you're trudging through the snow, and you hear in your brain a distant voice going, "Yeah. So if I just bust down the door, then it's gotta be around
You
here
know
somewhere."
what I
They
said
don't-
earlier, like as Emma saying, "Do not turn this into a bank heist." That's what Lidda says.
Yeah. Any further banking errands?
I think I'm all good.
Sure. Okay. So actually, let's cut back to the northern expanse. So Lidda, you've been trudging through the snow. So we've done hour 1. So let's do hour 2. Did you say you were doing a hunt?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do tiny hut for hour 2.
Sure. Okay.
Rest up like a little bit, get the heat back in, and then head out again.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So we'll just add a half an hour for every tiny hut you do, I guess. So yeah, hour 2 passes. You fill up a hut. You and Tidy is sitting there. Do you guys have any chat while you're going? He's not particularly chatty, but
I think Lidda probably strikes up something like, "Are you still running with Tilia's shield?"
well, we're on a bit of a hiatus at the minute, but generally yes. And you're still with the. Of course, your others. They're in Scalar now.
Yeah. We were on hiatus for a little bit too, though. But
I mean, you
then
could
all
just get
this
to a
stuff
certain point
happened.
as an adventure and it just kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, I think there's probably a lot more to do, but we all needed to do a lot of stuff personally, you know. Sometimes there's not enough time to get to everything.
It's true. Such as our lot, I suppose. So why are you doing this
What's
war
your-
thing?
Oh,
What,
well,
what's your stake in this war?
Scale's planning to take over the mainland. That's my stake.
Well, that's not going to happen, is it?
Well, I don't know if I should be telling you this, but they're working with Easteraf right now.
How do you know?
Trying to spice a book.
An Eastern spies? Oh,
Scale spies.
so
They're working
what
together.
do you mean?
They're working together to take over Alethor. I was gonna say Redcrest. And then once that happens, Scale's gonna double cross Easteraf. And then who knows what happens. So
Huh.
we cut it off at the source. And no Scale invasion. That'd be pretty good. Less war the better.
Yeah, I
At least
suppose
that's my motivation for it now.
so. Uh-huh.
Wasn't necessarily the motivation before.
He kind of falls into thought a bit.
Not sure if it's smart to tell you, but I feel like the more people that know, the better.
Sure. Well, I mean, I'll keep a lid on it, I guess. That's interesting to know. You're absolutely sure? Like, there's no...
Pretty sure.
You sure it's a spy's book? You sure the spy's telling the truth?
Yeah, we had a really big they tracked us down and they like organized a meeting with us just to get the book back. Sent like a bunch of spies after us. So yeah.
Right, okay.
I mean, if it's not, that's fine, but can't doubt that Scale is definitely wanting to take over everywhere.
Yeah, I suppose so.
What about you? What have you been up to? What's your deal?
Oh, you know, a bit of this, bit of that. When was the last time we saw you guys? Well, it was in the Netherlands, wasn't it? That was a bit messy.
Yeah. I didn't really need to go down like that, but you know, hey ho.
Well, you know how
It happens.
you know how the paladins get, though, don't you?
Oh yeah.
They're pretty stubborn.
Is that why you're on a hiatus?
Not specifically. You know, Bethan's got a new play that she's working on, of course.
No.
Forrest's gone back to the forest for a bit. Says there's something going on there that he needs to check out. So Crow went with him. So it was just me and Bethan and Meriden. Karina disappeared. Not sure where she went. I'm sure she'll come back.
Oh. You're not worried?
Not really. She's a big lady. She can take care of herself.
Hmm. So, I mean, I know what it's like to run around with a group of assholes, but,
We do hear this in the brain. You know, we kind of
you
think what
probably
you're going to say before you say it.
like. I mean, you're probably getting like a little bit. You're probably getting like half the conversation. Like you're getting a little bit of like Lidda like processing what Tydeus says and then replying, and like formulating her. So you don't hear like the actual words, but you hear like Lidda's chain of thought connected to them. So you're getting like a little bit probably.
All we needed to hear was the assholes bit.
and what was I saying? Oh yeah, I know what it's like to run around with a group of assholes. I happen to like my group of assholes. Do you like yours?
They have their own charm.
Yeah,
They're good people, really.
Oh, rare. You know what, actually, I can't say shit because my group has done a bunch of bad shit too, and they're also tend to be good people.
He says, it's difficult, isn't it? You know, like you sort of have to grow into it a bit. You know, you sort of. It's like being a teenager again. You know, because all of a sudden you've got all the money and you're powerful and stuff, and you know, it affects people in different ways, I suppose.
That's very true.
Sure. So you guys keep trudging, and then you come up to against, and you kind of round a bend, and you realize that there's a you know, this kind of, you sort of, it is a pass you're going through, so there's like kind of like mountains on either side, and as you round a bend, you see your path ahead has been like, there's been like a landslip, and there's a big like mass of snow and rock and ice barring your perambulatory proceeding. Tydeus kind of looks at it and then looks at you and it's like, oh, that's annoying. You see him like pull out his spellbook and start flicking through it.
I am doing the exact same thing because I'm right now.
Yeah.
I am scrolling through my spells. How like tall is the landslide? Like how?
It's like
would be able to get over it?
Like you could try and climb. It's like 15 or 20 feet tall. So that you can try and like clamber over it, but you're also not sure like what bits of it are solid and what bits of it are gonna like give way and stuff. Yeah, he kind of flicks through his book as I'm flicking through his spells. He goes, "I'm not really set up for landslides."
Yeah.
I can.
My only plan could be to misty step up there, but then I feel like I might fall in. I can't use that. Can't use that.
He says, I could summon something, but it's kind of has its own set of problems.
Like if you summon it, it might not do what you want it to do.
Well, no, it does, but then I have to kind of. Have you conjured anything before?
I have conjured, some stuff, not a lot. I'm sure I have some.
Well, it's
I
like,
can conjure some webs.
Sure, I mean, I'm talking about conjuring, like elementals and demons and things. Like, that you have to kind of maintain the control for a while.
Right.
Until they leave again. You can't just dismiss them.
The other thing I could do is I could use a wall of stone, and we could just walk across a wall of stone.
I mean, if you think that's going to work, then give an elemental as a backup, I suppose.
So basically, this spell is it's a wall that's 6 inches thick and is composed of 10-foot by 10-foot panels, and they have to be like continuous with each other. But it also says you can make them any shape you want, so I could make them like stairs.
Sure, yeah.
and try and get over that way?
Yeah, that would probably work. Yeah.
Okay. It's a 5th level spell, so I'm burning through shit.
Yeah. So you kind of start chanting, and he kind of watches. Yeah, you kind of hear him go, and kind of like it's almost like he's like kind of like backseat wizarding you, but you cast this spell, and this kind of like there's like, have you guys seen the Bionicle film?
Oh yeah.
You know the bit in the like the arena with like the pillars of stone that kind of pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like basically this. That these like hexagonal pillars of stone erupt out of the ground and form this kind of like stepped archway over the landslide. And he kind of looks at you after you finish and is like, "All right, well, you first then."
Okay. I'll start climbing up it.
Sure.
Carefully.
Yeah, he follows kind of gingerly behind you. Can you give us an acrobatics check?
Come on. No, 6.
6. Sure. Okay. How does he do? 8. Okay. Also not fantastic. Sure. So you guys start kind of heading over, and you hit the kind of the apex of the bridge of your kind of staircase, and then there is this gust of wind that kind of like knocks you both. Like you both kind of stumble. Like kind of you kind of stumble back, and he kind of like gets like knocked a little bit by you, and then kind of stumbled forward to compensate. But then you're like down here, and there's this human. It's just like so you both kind of like fall off and you like bounce on the landslide and land on the other side of it. But for your troubles, you can take 11 damage.
11. Okay.
Damage. But yeah, you're on the other side of the landslide at this point, and he kind of rubs his head and is like, "Oh, that's smart. Are you all right?"
Yeah, it's just a little sore. How
Bleeding.
does he look, like, just constitutionally, does he look like he has a lot of hit points, or just, like, not at all? Because he's a wizard, so I'm assuming not all, but I want to know if he has less than me.
What's your constitution score?
+1.
+1. He looks about as constitution, like he looks about as healthy as you. So
Well, I want to show off anyway, so I'm gonna cast Healing Word on him.
Sure. Okay. What does that do for him?
Creature your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus my spell casting ability modifier. So 1d4 plus 2, I believe.
Sure.
I'll roll a d4. Well, he gets 3 back. Worth it.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. So I mean, what is it? What does it look like when you healing word him?
Probably has some sort of like flamey effect on wherever like
Sure.
the cut is. But it's like it's not like the kind of flames where when she's doing like wizard magic. It's got like a different kind of aura to that.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. So he's kind of like props himself up, and sits up and kind of. You can see there's like a cut on his forehead that's bleeding. And you do a little cleric on him, and he's like as the kind of the flame springs into your fingertips, he's like no, I don't think it needs cauterized. And then kind of he's like, oh, actually that does feel better. Oh. Thank you. And he kind of stands up and he says, I was concerned. I did notice some flaws in your form while you were casting there. You should. He recommends you a textbook.
We got blown by the wind. The wall is fine. It's only 6 inches wide. It was hard to climb.
All right. Well, also, I mean, it would maybe do you good to check the book heads. But it's a good book. It's a good read. It could fix that issue for you.
You're gonna say thank you for the heals.
Thank you.
You know,
Can I?
it's
You
like,
feel
well,
like kind of like it's like it looks like it's difficult for him to say it.
okay,
Right.
let's
We must be
crack on. We go over the landslide.
okay. We must be close soon, surely. So do you wanna go for hour 3? How are you tackling that one?
Can I really don't want to get a second level of exhaustion, so I'd rather just do like the tiny hut thing again. Because I feel like if I get a second level, I'm gonna be hecked
Sure.
for whatever we find.
Okay, so you're just doing none of them.
Yeah. Take slightly longer, but
Sure. Okay, yeah, so that's you 3 out of 5 hours of the way through. At this point, so we'll cut back to scale. So presumably Naren and Zorgar return from their banking mission. Meanwhile, Muir and Rurak are, well, Muir is copying the book out. Then I assume Rurak and Zarzan are just hanging out. Is that right?
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of approaching noon. It's about like 11:30 at this point by the time Naren and Zorgar come back.
Hmm.
Did you guys bring back breakfast?
So what now?
Thought you guys were bringing back breakfast.
It's lunchtime, yo.
Oh, where's the
And they
lunch
don't-
then?
They don't serve food at the bank.
Fucking idiot. Things are different on scale.
Did you get the money at least?
What money?
What do you mean, what money? The
We
money
opened
you
a
went
bank
out.
account.
That wasn't what you were supposed to do.
Oh.
You don't have a bank account.
No, I
It
Don't.
only cost us 25 gold to open.
no.
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 Ah, man.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Here's a 20 Drake.
20 Drake. Oh, okay. Wait, 20? Where's the 5?
It took 5 to bribe the guy.
Oh.
And
Oh,
to open
so
the account.
exchange
I wasn't
base.
kidding about the account.
Oh, you actually have an account.
We
Oh.
have a Scalar account now under the name Yapuk Yapuk.
Yapik Yapik. Like the lane.
Yeah, like the lane.
Lane,
I was
lane.
going to be Yapuk Yapuk who lives on Yapuk Lane, but I figured after the second Yapuk I couldn't get away with that.
I'm surprised you got away with it at all. That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
I mean, with how persuasive Zorgar was, I probably could have gotten away with Yapuk Yapuk who lives on Yapuk Lane.
Mhm.
True.
Suppose should we divvy up this 20 gold amongst the party then? In case anybody's in a tight spot and they need gold for whatever reason.
Acceptable.
Sure.
Yeah.
4
How
gold
many-
ahead.
Is it four gold ahead?
Assuming Harafin gets fuck all and Lidda gets fuck all, yes.
you could just put it in the pocket, and then when you need it, you just take it out.
Yeah, but someone needs to hold it. It doesn't just stay in the pocket. You can't keep stuff in the pocket.
Can you not?
No, you can. You can keep a
Oh, you can?
pocket-sized amount of stuff in the pocket. Yeah.
Oh,
So you
sorry.
keep a
Okay.
chain of keys in there or something. I think I'm gonna say you can. That seems
Is
reasonable.
20 gold pocketable?
Is 20 gold pocketable? Yes, but you wouldn't be able to put like the book in there. Like you could have nothing else in the pocket.
Why don't we just give everyone
4 gold. Nice and
4
easy.
gold? Yeah.
Or
Okay.
4 Drake, sorry. Remember.
Or Drake. Okay. So that'd be everyone minus Lidda and Hrafn getting 4 Drakes. I'm going to write that down. Cool. I guess the next thing to do is the meetup at the docks, right?
To the docks.
Good odds.
Sure. So what is your game plan in terms of the docks meetup?
Go
Good
to
idea.
the docks.
Uh-huh.
Have Zazen
Step 1. Get 2 dogs.
uncloak, I guess. And then we play Where's the Green Fang Spy we're looking for.
Sure.
Should go to the docks as well, Jake.
Hmm?
I'll join them going
Sure.
to the docks.
Is anyone not going to the
Thinks
docks?
John Bon Jovi.
Mira's staying where she is.
Oh,
Making
sorry, Mir.
books.
Taking
Did
books.
you want me to stay here, Mir, or?
It's just gonna be me making books. I mean,
Wait, I thought the meeting at the dock was for the book.
I think the meeting at the dock is confirming the meeting.
Yeah,
The
you guys
meeting.
specifically said you wanted it on the 24th. So the meeting at the docks is like giving you the details on whether or not you were successful in getting that meeting on the 24th and what the details are.
I'm sorry, is the 24th the day like just before?
Just before the army is your last day before the army arrives.
Man, that is a okay.
Poorly
shouldn't have
thought
done
out.
that.
Yes,
Sure,
it's
yeah.
very on brand for us.
It's true. It's fine. We could do wizard first, I guess.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, because I think that's still the priority.
Yeah. Okay. Meeting on the 24th. That's cool. Let's go to the docks.
Sure. Okay, so you guys head off to the docks. Mira, can you give us an investigation check? Or an arcana check. Either way.
Character sheet. Investigation or arcana. Arcana's better. Whoop. 22.
22. Sure, so in the process of copying over the books, you find you find another thing of note in the book, suggesting basically says observation of the docks suggests that Rakesh are not paying their full tithes to scale. Numbers are too low for the goods that have been coming in. Suspicion, not fact.
Interesting. So, sorry, was that Rakesh?
Yeah, the
Rakesh.
bank clan, the money,
The bank
cash
people. I will relay this over stone. Ring. Ring.
Hello?
Hello. So, guess who's been a cheeky breaky and not paying their taxes? Rakesh.
Cash. Those bastards.
Yeah, those banking bitches. So, yeah, just thought everybody should know about that. Thought it'd be that's pretty spicy gossip right there. I don't know if that's blackmailable. But yeah.
It just confirms suspicion that they care about money more than loyalty. So if we can convince them that our side is more profitable, which will be a
point.
hell of a sell, but
Hmm.
because everyone
Tell
knows
them-
war is the most profitable thing.
Not if you lose.
Well, also not if you're one of the parties involved in the war, actually.
Anyway, if I don't know how much they know about backstabbing Eastereth or invading Alethor, so maybe a little nudge. If you join our side, that doesn't have to happen at all. Anyway, I'll go get back to it. Have fun, you guys. Just go.
Sure. Okay. So the rest of you guys, you head off to the docks, and you're all disguised, so it's not that difficult to get to the docks. So yeah, you arrive in the docks. It's noon, so there's it's kind of like peak dock activity hours, almost like people are ships are getting just ready to head off. Ships that have started sailing this morning are starting to come in, so it's kind of awash with activity. So yeah, you guys arrive disguised in the docks. What is your plan? You said Zarzan is you're unseating Zarzan, is that right?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, so Zarzan kind of just like unwills the magic, and reverts back to his Zarzan self.
Can I meta ask the team what the plan is here? Because I wasn't here last week.
Good point.
What's going on?
Basically, we captured a handful of the spies, and we agreed and negotiated that we wanted to arrange a meeting with their leader that's set for the 24th, and this meeting at the docks is to confirm that we have a meeting and to confirm what the details are, like where it is and when it is.
It was a pre-meeting.
Cool. And is there any other pertinent information?
They want the book. We don't know. Because
we have the
running the
book.
meeting. And also we're making a fake book to give them, which is what Mio's doing. But
Using
probably
magic.
Don't tell them that.
Got it. Cool.
Sure. So are you guys hanging out as a group, or are you having Zarzan like stand around on his own, or what's your tack here?
Probably split up, but all be within eyesight of each other, right?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Split up around the dock.
Sure. Okay. Zarzan, can you give us a perception check?
That's a 10.
A 10. Sure. So you're kind of looking around, casting around. And you know, obviously Zarzan would have seen the Green Fang dudes last night. And you're kind of looking around, and you're like, I don't see anyone that I recognize. And like 10 minutes go by, and nothing pertinent happens in the docks. Does that change anything for you? Do you do anything differently?
So what was the agreed time?
Noon.
And what time is it now?
Roughly noon. It's kind of difficult to tell. Like, there's no.
I suppose I would probably keep waiting, and then maybe if I know where Naren is, then like see if he's given me eyes or a signal or something to
Sure.
be like pack it in.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Naren, I assume you're staying within where you and Zarzan can see each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Staying within eyesight with them, looking around for the people we're meeting up with. Also, just say familiar faces.
Sure. All right. Give us a perception check.
Just going to think a thought out loud and remind everyone we can hear each other's thoughts.
That's nice.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. 21. Sure. Yeah. Naren, you notice a shifty looking guy. You don't recognize him, but he is kind of like, he is leant up against a crate, somewhat kind of like as if he's observing stuff. He looks like he's very well practiced at like kind of staying off people's radar, but it definitely looks like he's looking around for someone.
Can I see his scale colors?
Yeah, he's bronze.
Bronze. Oh, does he have a scar?
With a scar.
Oh, I don't recognize him.
No scars.
Okay. I guess I'll use my telepathic link. Zarzan, that guy over there looks sketchy. I'm not sure if he's our guy. It looks like he's waiting for someone. He might end up buying drugs, but you got 4 gold. Go wild.
You want me to go talk to him?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. I'm
Why
very
are
socially
we
anxious, but I'll
Why
do
are we
it.
making the anxious person go talk to strangers?
Because that's the whole point in Zarzan disguising, is so that the spies recognize him.
Character building. Alright, I'll go up and approach
Sure.
the Dragonborn.
Sure. So he sees you coming, and he kind of looks at you, and he makes a gesture with his hands. You're not sure what the significance of it is. Like he makes like some kind of like obviously not a hashtag, but he makes like, you know, like some kind of like, and not like the white power one either, but like he makes some kind of like gesture with his hands, like some kind of symbol.
Does he do it seemingly at me or as signaling someone else?
Like it looks like it at you or someone behind you. Like I don't know, like if Zarzan's anxious, like maybe you're like, oh fuck, someone behind me? It's actually me. But yeah, like definitely in your direction. Makes a little like simple or something.
I'll continue approaching and in my head just be like, he's throwing up signs.
Give him a sign back.
Yeah, give him a thumbs up.
I'll give him a little
Sure. He kind of a smile plays at the corner of his mouth, and he kind of waits until you get within earshot, and he says, "I understand you were looking to order some bread rolls for delivery on the 24th."
You're correct.
As for delivery to Atlas, correct?
Yep.
A dawn delivery before it opens.
Perfect.
The supplier will help you load in. You won't need to bring any extra staff in for the shift. It's only a 2-person job. More than you will just cause problems. Or more than one will just cause problems, is what he said.
Any one in particular? Should I get my manager?
Your manager would probably be good.
Cool.
If they know the workings of the restaurant.
Of course.
Excellent. I'll make sure that's there for you. And then he turns and walks away. Or he probably shakes your hand first. And then, motions for a handshake.
My sweat drenched hand.
Yeah, he's a bit taken aback, and he kind of nods and then turns and leaves.
Cool. I shall do the same.
Sure.
Well, if it
Good
turns
job,
out this
Zarzan.
is just a completely different thing we've stumbled into, and we just rock up.
Nice. We're gonna have so many bread rolls. Well then, I guess everyone probably knows what's been going on in my head then.
Yeah, I imagine everyone else got a whole lot. Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
What
What do I say? What does this mean?
That was all he had in his
Bread
head.
rolls?
I was like, fuck.
We're
Why
actually
are we
Dib's
shipping
not
on
me.
bread rolls? Yeah, I guess we should go somewhere a lot more private for a debrief with Zarzan, so we get more of the picture.
Sure. Are you heading somewhere new, or are you heading back to the warehouse?
We'll probably make our way back to the warehouse, pick up some lunch.
We
I
have
mean, you
lunch
guys are
at the
disguised to
warehouse?
be able to make some lunch happen. Cost maybe one of your gold pieces for everyone to get some lunch, like one total, not like one each.
Sure.
Oh, we have lunch.
But,
We went
kebabs.
to like Scalar Subway.
Kebabs.
Kebabs.
Let's go away.
Steal away.
Can we? It's near the docks. It was discussed that there was a Yapuk or Yipuk lane or something like that. Can we look for a kebab shop on that lane?
Sure. Roll a d100.
Is there a Yapuk lane?
Yeah, there's a Yapik lane. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
I was like, hang on, what? 129.
So 78 was the first number.
78 was the first one. There's not a kebab shop, but there's a shawarma shop.
Close enough.
Oh.
I'll take it.
Almost kebab.
I mean, shawarma is so close to kebab shit.
Yeah, are you going to get in shawarmas?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sure.
Let's get some shawarma.
Amir, what shawarma would you like?
Regular. I don't
Alright.
know.
The shawarmiest.
Naren, can you do the ordering here?
I think you should do it.
I really don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, no one's got to go off an order.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, if Naren's doing the ordering and you guys are disguised, then you'll be able to get your shawarmas. There's not,
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to be
Yeah.
like asking
What do you
security
do?
questions.
No.
like,
They're not going to
"What's
ask for
your
like
shawarma account
your
number?"
shawarma papers or anything. They just hand over the sandwiches. So yeah, are you just heading back to the warehouse?
Keeping an eye for tails.
Sure.
Maybe take a couple alleyways just to see if anyone.
Sure. Give us a perception check.
24.
24. You do feel like you see some. You do feel like you're being watched, and like you feel like you see like a shape move kind of behind you as you're running a corner at one point, but you can't actually like pin down who it belongs to. But you definitely feel like you're being followed.
Okay. I'm gonna let the others know through telepathic link. And I'm fairly confident we have someone tailing us, but I don't know who it is.
Can I check around the warehouse to make sure no one's spying on us?
Sure, yeah, give us an investigation check.
30.
You don't see anyone. As far as you're concerned, it's safe.
I think we should do the old turn the corner into an alley, but be hiding behind boxes and stuff, so when they come into the alley, we jump them.
Sure.
Great idea.
Alright, give us a stealth check.
Wasn't a great idea.
When we turn the alley, can I keep walking down the alley and then use like there's a cantrip. I forget what it's called, but I'm going to try and make more footstep noises as if the group didn't stop walking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it minor illusion or something like that?
No.
Is it thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy, thank you.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Cool.
So everyone's hiding, give us a stealth check.
Would my ruse give them any sort of help with their stealth checks?
Yeah. Roll a d6, we reckon. We'll just add that to everyone's stealth checks.
Okay.
6.
2.
Okay. Sure. Ruse. How long are you guys gonna wait in this alley?
Up to 10 minutes. Fuck it.
Okay. 10 minutes pass and no one seems to come in.
My shawarma is getting cold.
Your shawarma is getting a bit cold, yeah.
I've been walking on the spot for 10 minutes here, guys. We'll get my steps in.
Nautilus, did you see it too? You see through my eyes or your own eyes? I don't know what you see. Don't quiet in the head. In the head.
What are you talking about?
Did you not see or sense a presence following us?
Aaron, I'm disguised as a pen. I can't see a bloody thing.
Wait, really? You can't see through pens?
He doesn't have eyes, but he like stares at you.
Does everyone get this feeling now because we have a telepathic?
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
feeling
Everyone
I
here
get all the time.
Yeah.
There we go.
The low-level din of Nautilus's constant mind noise rises substantially.
Okay.
I bring it to. Can you tell Nautilus to wished? I'm trying to make a buck here.
He can hear you, and that only makes it worse.
Nautilus, Nautilus, buddy.
He's gonna start singing now. You've done it.
Well,
no,
which was a
no.
tragedy not to listen. He was the best tragedy ever. Which was a tragedy. And he started singing.
See, yeah.
How about Nautilus? If you stay really quiet for the next hour, you can do a whole. I'm sure now we'll let you do a whole concert.
No. I'm not
right
agreeing to
afterwards.
this, Nautilus.
Agreed, Nautilus?
All right, I'll take this bargain.
Wouldn't you rather do
Thank you,
a
buddy.
massive concert right now, seeing as you have the audience you wouldn't normally have?
A good point. He erupts into audible sing-song in this alleyway.
Audible.
Audible. Yeah, everyone can hear
Not
it.
just in.
Yeah.
In the head.
No, he's
Nautilus.
bellowing it. He's
Private
bellowing it.
concert.
He can't even hear
Private
you. He's
concert in the
like
head.
he's singing all sorts of shit.
So I tried to be stealthy behind these boxes, and all of a sudden these fucking shouting screams of singing come out.
Yeah, there's all sea shanties and all sorts of stuff. He's just letting them rip.
Well, let's get back to the warehouse then.
Sure. Okay. I mean, you're pretty close at this point. Yeah, as you proceed back to the warehouse, like there are people on the streets, and they're like, "Where's that singing coming from? What the fuck? What? Can you hear this? Fucking bards, man! They're everywhere. They're supposed to. Aren't they supposed? I thought they could only do it on the weekend. Everyone's very confused, but you managed to return to the warehouse, and then Nautilus finishes the song he's currently on. He's like, "You're not listening, are you?"
Oh, I'm not listening. Is that?
I'll continue then. He carries on going.
Place. Give everyone their shawarma, and then just peek out the warehouse windows. I guess just seeing if anyone is. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't see anyone.
Taking interest, walking towards.
No, seems to be fine.
Right.
But yeah, you guys arrive back at the warehouse with your docs meeting completed. So yeah, what do you guys want to do next?
Kill the wizard. Hunt the wizard. Kill the wizard.
Find the wizard.
Become the wizard?
Hunt the
Step
wizard.
one.
Kill the wizard. Become the wizard.
There's
So if
too
you want
many
to
kill
wizard
them,
sounds
you
in
want
my
to
head.
kill them before you hunt
Friend
them?
the wizard?
Be the wizard.
Hey,
Are you
Lidda,
doing any debrief?
where would
with-
a lizard hang out?
Sorry.
Sorry. If you were a wizard, where would you be?
In a tower, around some books,
Well,
maybe in the park playing some chess.
Books and shit.
the park chess thing may be a dead lead now that they're on high alert because they know we're here.
We don't know that.
We know that they know we're here.
Do we know they know we're here?
Yeah.
We know the Green Fang know we're here.
Also, there were two fucks in the bank just being like, I hear the separatists are here. I feel like if some random fucks in the bank know we're here, the military that are defending this city should probably know we're here.
A good point. I can hear your thoughts, not theirs. So,
Oh, I guess it's hard to hear me with Nautilus, but...
okay. Yeah, so the people know we're here. That's fair. Also, big loud noises, so yeah.
Everyone knew it was a thunderclap. Apparently thunderclaps are well known in this area.
I imagine it's more that it's pretty rare.
Everyone hears a loud sound and they're like, oh, who's thunderclapping at 3
Who's
a.m.?
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Where do we want to find this wizard then?
You were able to scry on her before, right?
No. Yes.
Isn't that how you saw her playing chess?
Ha. Yeah, you're right. Dwarven memory.
Are we gonna have to put Rurik in a home?
I've got a hope.
Adventure, we'll talk about it.
All right. If we want to do that, we can do it just now.
You can do that. I'm gonna keep eating my shawarma.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, here's your
Yeah.
shawarma.
Oh, thank you.
It's all right.
Um,
How's your book?
well, it was great until Nautilus started his opera. Then I started kind of writing what he was writing, so I had to chuck a few pages. It's not still going.
It'll be a nice surprise for them.
Yeah, he is still going. Yeah, I assume he's maybe been like put down in a corner or something, or like muffled under a blanket.
Yeah. Not under a blanket. He knows when I'm trying to muffle him.
Sure,
So I
okay,
just
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
place him against a wall or something.
Yeah, there is like breaks where you guys have to like applaud or whatever, or kind of there's applause is expected.
Welcome to my head. My day to day.
You guys have a very unique relationship.
He likes to express his art. Yeah? One day, Nautilus will get your songs on the big stage.
Really?
Oh,
Oh, sure.
I'll be a star.
Yeah, then we wouldn't have to murder so much.
you're already a star, Nautilus. You're already a star.
You're right. All right. I'll pen a new one in honor of this And yeah, he just kind of eventually he peters out. You know, he's like tired. Or you guys just kind of get used to it and don't even notice it anymore. But you know, kind of it stops being an issue at some point. Yeah, are you guys doing any kind of debrief with Zarzan about the dude?
Yes, thank you. Yes, debrief.
The 24th.
Yeah.
Spring rolls. Bread rolls.
Spring rolls.
24th.
Atlas.
Bread.
That place
Dawn.
again.
One person.
Mm-hmm.
Managerial.
I see. They want to talk to a manager.
I've always said 2 people.
I thought you said 2 too.
He seemed to say no more than 2 people are needed, and then said 1 person.
I assume the
Two
second
people
person
at the meeting.
is the person you're meeting.
Yeah.
It's a one-on-one. So there's only 2 people.
Oh.
Yeah, he said it was a 2-person job, and the supplier was going to help you.
Oh, I see.
So very, very much
It's a good
implied
thing
that
I
Jones is
didn't go
wondering.
to that meeting.
Sure.
And he was throwing up some sign language at me. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it said.
Can you repeat the sign
Flip
language?
you off.
What was the sign language, Jake?
I don't know what it was like. It was like a it was something or like a. It is something, and Zarza knows what it is, so would be able to repeat it.
Surf
Can we decipher this? Is he a mad surfer or?
He said gnarly.
Yeah, bro.
It's just some surfer.
Yeah, it's the wrong dude. It's just some.
It's the
Like,
one
we're
dude
gonna
who's
catch
just
some
a
sick
surfer.
waves at dawn, bro.
Bring the bread, bro.
Bring the bread.
Let's get that bread.
Yeah, no, Zarzan will be able to, repeat the sign. It doesn't mean anything to anyone. Or certainly doesn't obviously mean anything to anyone.
But I
Right,
suppose
I know they said one of the managers, but I would put forward that it should probably be Raffin or Rurik that goes. Someone who can get out of there pretty snappy if needs be. Because no offense to the Dragonborn, you can't teleport.
That's true. I can kick those pretty good though. And
That is
also,
true.
neither of those people speak Draconic is my biggest issue.
I'm
I know
sure they
she
speak
probably
common.
speaks Common, but you know.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't-
a point. I could do it. You I know they had a ward on that room that we spied in. Oh, that's not in the Atlas though. This is in the Atlas. The meeting's happening.
Mhm.
Why don't we? Could Hraffin be like a bug on someone else, like Naren or Zorgar, who's doing the meeting, and then teleport both them
That's
out?
good. That's a good idea.
plan.
That's a good idea.
Remember that when you scried, it got cut off like there was a ward.
Yes,
against
that-
magic.
that
That's what I was
wasn't the
saying,
Atlas,
but that's not
so
at the Atlas. That's at their headquarters.
Oh,
The,
Might be
I don't know
the
where
Atlas.
Atlas is.
The Atlas is the restaurant.
We dined at.
Oh.
Sorry, man. I feel like you were saying something there.
We don't know that the Atlas isn't the headquarters. Maybe it doubles up.
That is true.
Oh, like that
That
dude
is
was
true.
having a meeting with that lady in the Atlas because that's their like front.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
Jake, when I did scrying, does it zoom in from like above or anything, or is it just like
Is it
straight
like a
onto the?
GTA
What?
loading
Is that-
screen?
is that-
It's not like a
loading
GTA
screen.
loading screen. No. It's just like a it's like there's a CCTV camera in the corner of the room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did. Did the furniture look like the furniture in the Atlas?
Give us a perception check.
Okay. Perception. No. 10.
10. You have no idea.
Mhm.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
It's kind of difficult for you as well. Like it's all wooden furniture, and you're more of a stone guy, and a metal guy, and also it's all this draconic architecture. It all kind of looks kind of the same. It's all a bit naff, you know.
All right, fair.
Yeah, I'm not got any nice, just harsh like rectangle shapes, you know, like
It's all
like the
curves.
dwarves would do it, you know.
Where's the brutalism?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, the Atlas could be their headquarters. I have no idea though.
Well, you guys figure that out later, I guess.
Would that be incredibly ballsy of them, though? Because then we know where their headquarters are.
Maybe.
Yeah. Hiding in plain sight thing? Don't know.
It's a pretty big dick move if it is their headquarters. Yeah.
Were they sitting in a particularly important booth, Jake? Or was their booth pretty unremarkable?
At the restaurant?
At a restaurant.
It was pretty unremarkable.
That seems to me like they're not the owners of the establishment.
Oh, they're very smart assassins who aren't going to make themselves look like they're big players in their own building.
Also, the other people from there was the other clan people there as well. Would they know where their headquarters are? Would they willingly go there for dinner?
It's unlikely that other clans would know the headquarters location, except for maybe Marquex because of Allison.
True.
Anyway, do you want to scry on this wizard? We can do some wizard hunting.
Yeah, Jake, I'll go ahead and start that ritual.
Sure. Okay, so you're scrying on the wizard. Let's cut back to our other wizard. So are you just doing the tiny hut thing all the way up, Lidda? Are you just you got 2 hours left? Are you just doing the tiny hut all the way up there?
Yes.
Sure. Okay. So in that case, it'll take you 3 hours to do those 2 hours if you're stopping and recovering and stuff.
Right.
But yeah. Otherwise, after the landslide, you continue the rest of the pass. It's fairly uneventful, other than the fact that it's brutally fucking cold. And then you can see in the distance this keep that you recognize. And it looks basically as it did before. The last time you were here, there was lights on. The keep has a certain amount. You can see a certain amount of the keep over the kind of wall around it, and it was built into the side of the pass. And so the last time you were here, you could see that there were lights on inside the keep. There don't seem to be any lights on right now. The doors do appear to be shut. But yeah, you and Tydeus arrive outside the main gates. And he's like, I take it this is the place.
This is it, but it's looking a little empty. There's usually lights on.
Right, okay. Well, I mean, it's during the day.
Is there... Last time I was here, was there bustle around the place at all, or was it just...
There wasn't really bustle, because there's only 15 people live here. Most of whom are the knights. So it wasn't there was still, you could hear sounds going on in the courtyard and stuff, which you can't hear now.
Okay, I'm gonna say to Thingamabobber, I'm gonna say, I think we should probably try and be pretty careful here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a good feeling about this in general.
Right, okay. You see incants and casts mage armor on himself. And it's like this. His robes kind of I guess they kind of modify, the shoulder pads slide out a little bit. There's more of a kind of a field around him. He looks a bit more wizardly.
Okay, well, let's try and be sneaky first. And then I hold up my hand to him.
He kind of gingerly puts his hand in yours, he has to kind of reach down.
I cast invisibility at 3rd level, so we both go invisible.
Sure.
I drag him along to the front door.
All right. So there's the keep, and then in front of the keep, between you and the keep, there is this wall, this outer kind of wall, which has like a set of gates with like a portcullis, which is currently shut, and there's like parapets along the wall. So currently it's not super easy to get inside.
Oh shit. Okay.
Which would obviously be obvious to Lidda.
Okay. No invisibility yet. Then.
Sure.
Just gonna have a solid look around, try and discern a way in that isn't super loud.
Sure. Okay. Well, the most obvious way to get through the wall would be to go over it. If there was a way of doing that, if you could like fly or something, that would certainly do it. Or teleport up and teleport down. Both of those things would accomplish that.
How high are the walls?
They're not that high. They're like 20 feet tall, I guess. Like they're pretty tall, but they're not like crazy tall.
Okay. But I turn to the dude and ask him if he has any way of getting up there.
Well, I can. He starts looking through his book of spells. What's he got?
I ask if he has Misty Step.
He kind of sort of scoffs. He's like, "Of course I have."
Okay, instead of saying anything, I just bamf up.
Yeah, he bamfs up with you.
Okay. Can I take a quick look around and see if there's anyone there? And then if I see anyone at all, I'm gonna cast invisibility like straight away.
You don't see anyone.
Okay. So can we see into like the courtyard now and stuff like that?
It looks basically just like kind of like roughly how you remember it. There's there's a kind of a smithy in the corner. Except the fires and that are out. It looks basically it's kind of just like abandoned almost. It's like there's no one home.
It doesn't look like anyone is here. And I'm kind of scared this is like some kind of illusion or something as well. I don't have detect magic or anything.
Get some creepy tunes on.
Would it be possible to like see if there's any sort of like magical signs of illusion?
I mean, you could like detect magic or something.
I don't have detect magic because I think that's
magic?
usually something that Rurik does.
He doesn't.
Oh wait, I
have
do
magic
have it, but I don't have a bird.
It might be a ritual.
Oh, you can do it as a ritual. Okay, I'll do that.
Sure. Yeah, nothing comes up. You like, and it feels pretty tangible. Everything.
Okay. Okay, I'll. Does it look like there's an easy way down to?
I mean, so it's kind of the wall is kind of built into, like this kind of, into the it's like a little alcove in the cliff. So there's kind of like it builds onto mountainside, which you could kind of like go along to the edge of the wall onto the hill and then kind of slide down. That would probably work.
Okay, I'm gonna say, I think we should be careful. I'm gonna cast invisibility on us. We're just gonna go through and see if we can try and find anyone.
Sure.
So that's what I do.
Sure. Okay. So you're just going down the hillside.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I'll cast invisibility now.
Okay. Yes, you guys appear. You guys flick out of existence. And you slide down. Are you just heading inside the keep?
Yeah.
Sure.
Trying to be cautious, trying to be stealthy.
Sure. Give us a stealth check.
Can I get advantage because
because you're invisible. Yeah, of course.
Great. A 5 and a 6. 7.
Woo!
Woo!
Okay. Okay. And Tydeus, he is a ghost. You're like, there's points where you're like, am I even still holding on? Is this guy still with me? And you're like, okay, yeah. You kind of have to squeeze. Yeah, nice other. Sure. So you kind of head up to the door, and he ease it open, and it opens pretty quickly, and you guys head through, and then you shut it behind you, and then you start walking away, and then fall flat on your face because part of your robes have been trapped in the door, and so there's a bit of like a clatter.
So embarrassing. I'm just
Um,
like shit.
And then you can hear footsteps approaching with some rapidity.
Oh, I try and yank my robe out of the door.
Yeah, it comes free.
Okay, I'll go up to the wall, flap
Sure.
against the wall,
Um,
and try
Sure.
and wait and see who this person is that's running.
yeah. So entering into your field of view, is just a regular kind of guy. He's got a brush with him, like a broom, and he looks like he's all red in the face, like he just ran from somewhere. And he kind of looks like very expectantly at the door, and then his kind of expression falls. He's like, "Oh shit, what the fuck? What even was that?" And he kind of looks around and he just starts sweeping.
That's weird.
You don't recognize this guy either.
I don't trust this shit, so I'm gonna just go past. I try and go past and like have more of a look around before deciding to talk to anyone.
Sure. Sure. So give us an investigation check.
Investigation. 27.
27. Sure. So you head into this kind of ground floor of the keep is all kind of more like common. Like you recognize all this stuff, and it's a bit more like living quarters and stuff. And as you kind of head a little further inside, you can see that there is still like the kitchen. There's still a fire going in the kitchen, and there's the common room is illuminated as it's kind of like as if like people are still here, obviously, and obviously there's that dude sweeping. It's just that like you don't see any of the knights. And then like the big table that they all ate dinner at with you guys, like there's only one place sitting at it, and there's still like a bowl of, like a dirty plate there and stuff, that's not been dealt with. It looks cold, like it's like a last night's plate. And you also notice there's like armor racks and like kind of like an equipment area near the door, and like where there used to be like swords and stuff hung up, and that's all empty. It's been stripped clean.
Okay. In that case, if that's the main thing we find, probably go back out to Mr. Sweepy Man.
Sure.
Well, I don't know. I'll say that I feel like the guards must have left to go defend something, and they haven't come back.
Yeah, the evidence would kind of support that hypothesis. But you're just heading back to observe Sweepy Guy. Yeah, he's just sweeping. He looks a bit kind of despondent. He's like he sweeps a bit. He's like, "Oh, what's even the point?" And he goes and like stands there. And he's like, "Oh, sweep." He's just kind of like he's really half-assing the whole sweeping thing.
Okay. I'll drop invisibility.
Are you dropping it in front of him or behind him?
Behind him.
Sure. He doesn't seem to notice you. He's just like,
excuse me.
he turns around and brandishes.
Wizards.
Gave me a heart attack.
Sorry.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
We were sent by the Spire to come check because we haven't had any contact here in a long time.
Oh, you're looking for the knights?
Yes.
Well, yes. They're. Well, you can probably get. They're not here right now. They left. It must have been a week or so, maybe 2 weeks ago now. They were headed further into the expanse. All of them. They said they'd found some kind of. They said they'd found some kind of order. And then an encampment or something. They seemed really worried about it. They were all decked out in all their, their war livery and everything. I was gonna ask if you'd seen them. I suppose not if you're from the Spire.
No.
Here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it's just me here right now. I'm Oscar. I'm one of the caretakers.
Nice to meet you, Oscar.
Nice to meet you. I feel like I think I recognize you. Are you?
I've been here before.
You're from the adventures, right? You're Lidda.
Yes.
The wizard. Yeah, Morgan's always talking about you. Well, I mean, not always, but but sometimes.
Oh.
So you're here to help?
I mean, I guess we need to report this to Spire as well, but I feel like we
They're
might
gonna
need.
help? Because they seemed really worried.
Yeah. At least I hope so. I can't really speak for them.
Like, are you
It's
gonna
been
go
a
after
week.
them?
I
Make sure they're
don't
all right. and
know.
everything?
Because I guess two people against if
Two
things
people?
have gone badly.
And then Tydeus appears. Is it? You need to stop doing that. You're sneaking up on people like that. It's evil. Hi, I'm Oscar. Is that Tydeus? So, I mean, two wizards. That must be pretty good. You must be pretty unstoppable, right? Are you gonna go after them and because it just I mean, sure they'll be fine. You probably just bump into them coming back. They've been gone for a while, so.
You said they've been gone for a week?
A week or two, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think. It's been about 12 days.
12 days, okay. And
Yeah, it gets really boring here.
Did they say how far into the expanse they were going?
Yeah, they were going. Yeah, it's They said the place is in Kalheim, near the big mountain Valmar. It's kind of it's pretty deep in, but it's
It counts
but 3 days away. So
I
they should have been
it.
back by now.
I'll take out my map because I don't have those places marked on it. And
Sure.
I'll be like, can you show me where this is?
Yeah, I can do that. So yeah, he starts kind of yammering a bit. So he is like, let's put I wanted to say new text though. I wanted to say he like kind of circles, but he's like, this bit's roughly called Kalheim. The mountain kind of draws a little like a squiggle in it. It's like somewhere here. I don't know if that's exactly where they were going. They said it was near there. But they were expecting to be gone a little while. But yeah.
How many days travel is that? Like.
He says it's 3, but like
4?
where he points on the map, you're like, that's maybe like 4 or 5.
Okay. 4 or 5 days travel in the middle of winter, so it's probably.
Yeah, Tydeus is a bit like it's the height of winter. We're not really equipped for a long trek into the expanse. We don't. Yeah, I mean, like.
No, I don't think we'd be able to do it. We'd have to stop like every hour.
I mean, why?
We came up. We thought we were going to teleport straight into here, find out what was wrong, and then report back immediately. We weren't really outfitted for an expedition into the Northern Expanse.
I mean, what do you need furs? We have furs. I can sort you with clothing. It's just, I get kind of. I mean, I wasn't really worried until you wizards showed up. If wizards are getting involved, they must be dangerous. What happens if they run out of time? What?
It's more just that we couldn't get in contact with anyone, which is odd.
Okay. Does that mean something's happened?
I mean, it's possible. well, not we, but I have some experience with that. The order they're trying to stomp out, I'm pretty sure. And
Are they bad news?
pretty bad news.
So,
And especially because, I mean, the reason they're in the Northern Expanse altogether is to do with this keep, most likely.
so, yeah, you know I'm not a knight, right? Like
Yes,
if people come through the keep, that I can't stop that. That's what the knights are for. But
yes.
they're not.
I can get you out of here when we leave. So
Oh, I don't know
think
if I
that's
can.
probably-
I don't know if I can leave. You know, I'm. You know, they're gonna be back any minute now. So you know, like, yeah, if they come back and I'm not here, then, well, then who's gonna make the dinner?
I'm sure at least one of them will be able to figure something out. But when I think it's better to just consider worst case, and if it's not worst case, that's fine. We can get you back up to Shadowguard Keep again once we figure everything out. But if it is, we get you out and keep you safe for a little bit until we figure out properly what's going on.
And will the knights be all right with that?
Well, they're gonna have to be.
Okay. Because they mentioned something about some artifact or something as well. That you know, like I didn't really understand what the things were. And obviously they weren't talking to me about it. They were talking to each other. I just kind of overheard stuff. But yeah, they said there was something. You know, it sounded serious.
Okay. Yep, that's fine. We're gonna let people know. We're
Okay.
gonna try and come back up and help these guys. We're gonna get you out of here. And is it possible for me to like check this place out to see if like nothing's been breached when it comes to like the thing this keep is holding?
Well, that kind of already got breached the last time you guys were here.
Okay.
Because that was the dude's body, which is no longer here.
Okay. Okay, so they probably won't come here again then.
I mean, they're still operating in terms of who are you talking about? As in they?
Red Order.
They probably don't have anything to take from here, but it is one of the easiest routes out of the Northern Expanse through this pass. That's why it keeps here.
Okay. Okay. Why the heck would they go out there? Well, they obviously just want to get the body back. Okay. I'm gonna cast Sending to... I call everyone Thingamabobber because I'm awful with names. Clairvoyant woman.
Sure, yeah. It goes ring ring.
It better not be on answer
Ring
phone.
ring. Ring. Hello. You can hear like
Hello?
white noise in the background. Is everything okay?
We had some
Will you
mishaps.
shut up?
But
I'm
we made it.
dealing with something. Sorry.
We had some mishaps, but we made it here, and
Okay.
they've been.
You're a little late.
missing... Yeah, I know. The teleport didn't work properly.
Maybe it didn't work properly.
We ended up in a bar.
What?
I had to use a
Look,
teleport to get
Lidda,
us closer,
Stormer,
and we ended up 3 hours away in a snowdrift.
Stormer, you can't. Don't try and pull the wool over my eyes on this one. Look, if you went to a bar first, that's fine. Just tell me you did that. Like, you know, don't insult my wizarding.
It wasn't a fun experience, but it doesn't matter. We're here now. We got past it all. They have been away from the keep for at least 12 days. They went out further into the Northern Expanse, out into Kalheim. They heard something about the Red Order, I'm pretty sure. And they wanted to go and, I guess, attack them, get some stuff back. And I'm kind of worried if the reason we haven't heard from them is, they went out to go and, you know, do attack them and then it's gone badly.
Okay. Right.
The only person here is the caretaker.
Okay. No, Stoneward. You know I wouldn't ask you to do this unless it was super necessary.
Uh-huh.
Are you in any way equipped to go and get a better idea of what's going on up there?
It is at least 4 days' trek away. We did not bring winter coats.
I mean, if you
The
you should
drifts
have
are
said.
larger than I am.
Okay, admittedly, we can't do anything about the biological issues there, but I mean, can we? What about your people? Can we get your people up here? Or Tydeus's people?
Oh my.
Can we get the people?
I think my people are a little bit out of commission for at least
Oh, they're doing the
next
war, of course. Yeah.
3
Okay.
days.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. War's important. Yeah. Nothing like something that wizards might be caring about. Yeah.
I hold the phone a little bit. Tydeus, what? You said your people are on a break. Do you think they could get organized enough to come up here?
You mean right now?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I could get some of them. Yeah, but we have to go and get them, and then we have to come back, and I mean. I think we should look, Stormward. I don't think this is our problem. I think we should just kind of sack this, to be honest.
It's kind of our problem. Do you know what they keep here? Or did keep here?
He kind of looks blankly at you.
Okay, so
Knights?
I don't remember the name because I don't remember names. But Jake, what's the name of the dude that was body?
Oh, the dude. The dude is they called him the Betrayer. Is how they referred to him.
Okay. Do you know anything about the Betrayer?
The dead guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean that happened a few hundred years ago, Stormward.
And his body was kept here.
Uh-huh.
But then it was taken.
Okay.
In order to be revived.
Necromancers.
Yeah. Which would be bad news for the entire continent.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty important.
And that's what's there?
Well, I don't think he's been revived yet, but I think they're trying to do it. I think if he had been revived already, we'd all know about it.
I mean, what I'm hearing is this is above our pay grade, right? Can't the Spire start something about this? Or the Legion? Is this not a Legion or a Spire issue? I mean.
I'll go back on the phone. Is there any way we could get help?
Did you put me on hold?
Listen, I had to ask.
Did you put me on hold?
You should. Did you not foresee this happening?
Oh.
Don't worry, we're gonna follow up soon.
Okay, I'm sorry. Basically, I asked Tydeus whether we could get his people up, and I don't think they're up to anything, but they're all over the place, so it'd be really hard to get them up here fast.
What about your people?
And also,
they can't take a day off from war?
Well, it's not going to be just a day off, because my ability to teleport, we would get into Shadowguard Keep, and then it's a 4 days walk.
They can't take 5 days off war? What are they even doing?
It's a pretty pivotal time at the moment. There's some things I could maybe get some of them. I might. The better I don't know. I might be able to just start trekking out there, get some furs, start trekking out there, and then get as far as I can, teleport back to them. Once whatever's done, and then teleport them out into the snow. Wherever I get to.
Sure,
Bye.
let's do that.
But there's no guarantee they're gonna be able to actually. What day is it today?
Today, you mean in terms of date?
Yes,
It's the 22nd today.
22nd. Okay.
So 3 days travel
well,
is going to put you the day of the siege.
And it's probably more than that in a way. But either way, I need to go back to scale if they ask for me. So, I think the plan is probably just to keep walking out there until I get a call, and then I will teleport back to scale, help them out with whatever they need. And then once all that stuff's dealt with, then I can teleport them back to where I was originally walking, and we can go and figure it out, hopefully.
Sure, you hear a large explosion, and then a
Oh,
kind of a
fuck.
frantic. That's okay. Cool. That sounds like a good plan, Storm Sealer.
Okay. I thought that was on my end. Holy shit. Oh. Okay, I turned to Tydeus. So,
I don't like the tone of that. So, Stormard.
I can get my party up here to help in at least 3 days. At most 3 days.
Oh.
Luckily, they're all
that's your
together
party,
in
though.
a group.
Oh, okay.
So we wouldn't have to, go scavenging for individuals and then bring them up. So it'd be a lot faster. So my plan is that we can get some furs from this place, make sure we're all wrapped up way better so we're not getting exhausted on this trip. We can just do a hike out. We keep tiny hutting whenever it gets bad. Bring a bunch of rations with us, and we just keep walking for at least 3 days. And then I can teleport us back from where that place is into scale to my party members. We spend a day there doing whatever. And then after that day, as long as my party are done with what they need to do, which I can sending to ask them beforehand, we all teleport back up here.
A lot of
And
moving parts to
march
this plan.
It involves 2 teleports, which I need to sleep in between to do.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, I'll get my stone
Look,
out.
Is this really our problem? Don't we have? I mean, you got stuff to. I got stuff to do.
What do you have to do?
I stuff. I'm working on a paper. I'm not.
Yeah, but if we go out there, you could see much more interesting things.
Much colder
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
Look.
but we'll get you clothes. How are you supposed to get better at your spells if you're not doing it in different conditions and learning things and tackling new enemies? That's how I learn.
Oscar's like, so you're going? You're gonna help them?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind the offer of the clothes, that would be.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
helpful.
Okay, sure. So so to get to Kalheim from here, you got to go down the pass, and then you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go through the Chill Winds, and then through the Serpent's Gorge, and then Tydeus is like, "Are you hearing the names? He's Chill Wind, Serpent's Gorge. Stormer, we don't have to do this."
That's fine. We got tiny hut. Nothing can happen if we got a tiny hut. Those are the rules. It's always
true.
comfortable. Nothing can get in. No one can cast spells for it. You just sit and you have a nice time. Plus, you can conjure up stuff.
Look,
You
all
can
right.
conjure
Look,
up,
okay, fine.
you
Look,
know.
I'll come with you so you don't get lost in the snow if you're gonna go anyways, right? But as soon as if there's
Thanks.
any trouble, I'm gone. I'm away.
What kind of trouble? Because I
I don't
feel like
know.
we could come across like
Life-threatening trouble. Right? Anything that makes me go,
Okay.
oh, you know what? Maybe we've bitten off more than we could. I'm away. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Oscar's
thank you
like-
for agreeing to come along in the first place. Okay.
Guy sounds like a fucking
suit up.
coward.
This
Kinda
is what I'm
hero
getting
is
for
you.
teleport. Is the
Yeah.
telepathic link still up?
I don't know how long does it last. I feel like it only lasts like an hour or two, right?
I don't remember. I don't.
I
Yeah, I
feel
don't
like
think
it was something. I don't know. No, I don't know.
Seeming is like 8 hours, but
Yeah. I don't think it was as long as that.
Hello, Bafushi. Telepathic bond is an hour. So yeah.
An hour.
it
Okay, yeah, so
ended
it's
a
gone
long
by
time
now,
ago.
yeah.
Right, so I'll get my sending stone out. Give it a little rub. Lads!
Wow, hello.
So I'm at... Where am I at? I'm at the keep, Shadowguard Keep.
How's it going? Have you
Everyone's
seen your
gone.
girlfriend? Oh.
Everyone's gone. Apparently she's been talking about me. Anyway.
Oh. Does Zorgar know?
Well, now he does. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so apparently they got news about the Red Order further out in the Northern Expanse, and they went out to go and find them and probably, you know, have a little fight.
Oh.
But they've been gone for 12 days and they haven't come back yet. So, basically, my plan is to start walking out there. Probably gonna be like 4 or 5 days travel to get there. So if you need me, just call and I can teleport back, and then I'll teleport back up here the next day. However, in 5 days' time, I don't know if you guys are going to be done with the whole war taking over Ormond thing. So just keep me updated, because it would be nice to have everyone here for this, because the Red Order is kind of a thing with us. And I don't think me and Tydeus can do it by ourselves.
Whoa. Tydeus? As in Telly's Dingle Tydeus?
Yeah, we've been having a little adventure. He's fine.
Okay.
Yes, so that is the current update. What do you guys think? Nara and Zorgar, do you think you'd be able to come away from Scale for like a day?
It depends how well Ormond goes. You know, it's very subjective to when you ask, I guess.
Okay, well, just...
Well, wasn't there something with the walrus? Didn't...
Yes.
Yeah.
There was something with the walls.
I know I'm pretty sure the original plan was that we go and save the walrus after we do Orminth. But I mean, if you need help, I'm happy to come up and help.
Yeah, I don't even know how many people we will need, but I feel like they probably have like they said something about camp, so I think it's like they have a whole encampment. So not something, it might even just be a scouting thing that we don't engage on, but yeah, I think I would feel more comfortable if you guys were here.
Oscar comes back with furs, kind of at this point in the conversation. They said something about an army, and he puts some furs down on the table and walks away again.
Oh, apparently there's an army
dear
up here.
Lord.
There's an army up there as well. Oh.
Yeah.
What kind of army? Whose army?
Red Order, Evil Lidda, Stinky Bishops.
Those
but-
damn bishops.
There's no one living up there. Who's living up there?
Well, they are, because they stole the body from here.
Yeah, but is there enough people for an army living up there in the Northern Expanse? I don't know.
I mean, they
I've
got some
been there.
pretty hefty magic users with them.
Oh.
But also, like, in order to take that body, they probably needed a lot of people. I don't really know. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know the full details. I'm just telling you what I've heard.
Okay.
Well, perhaps if we have a few days before because I don't know how many people we need to go knock out a wizard. I'm guessing probably not all of us. And we have a few days till the army arrives, and Raffin can turn us all into clouds, which would make going traveling through the north quite a lot easier than walking. So
Yeah.
perhaps some of us go now. Come with you
I'm
now.
not helpful. Yeah, I'm not helpful in scale.
It would have to be Problem is I can only teleport once per day. I've teleported once today already, and if I teleport back to you guys tomorrow, that would mean we would have to teleport back on the third day. So it would
Right.
already.
Could
Should
Fraffen not
Fraffen-
take? Yeah, sorry.
Mm-hmm. No. I think you're on the same point, Muir. Go ahead.
Yeah, Fraffen's been there before, so could he not tree walk us there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe. Is there
trees.
like a tree in the?
Not even a little
No.
plant, not even a little bit of moss.
It needs to be a pretty big
What
tree.
Damn it.
No-
You
no
don't have a tree in the
trees.
courtyard.
What about the town that was
my-
nearby?
It's a long walk up, and it's a lot
It's a
more
short,
dramatic.
a short wind up.
Okay.
I assume there's be pine trees somewhere within a few miles that we've walked past. Yay, nay, Mr. DM?
Well, Mir's never been here, so Mir doesn't know.
Oh yeah. Hey, what is this northern expanse of which you speak?
I would start asking Krafen these questions, if that's all right, Jake. But if not,
You guys saw a very, very small portion of the northern expanse,
mhm.
and you didn't see any like big pine forests or anything.
I'm meaning like before the northern expanse.
Um,
On
yeah,
the
like you
road
could probably get to
towards
like
the-
Frost Reach or something.
Yeah,
But that's
so if we got
still
to
70
Frost
miles
Reach-
away.
But we can fly real fast.
Yeah, but like how fast does it fly?
Yeah, 'cause
Real
well,
fast?
the thing is that the scale one is like blown up, so we can travel across the whole scale really fast. But this is like
Yeah.
Mm,
a little bit like the continent map is a lot like scaled down.
flying speed of Windwalk is 300 meters per second, or 300 feet. What am I talking about? 300 feet in a round, and if you're dashing, that's 600, right? So
Yeah. That's
600 feet a second? That's
Se-
every
uh,
6 seconds? Yeah.
100 feet a
Uh,
second, yeah.
yeah. So let me think. So you normally move it 30 feet around. So you'd be moving it 600 feet around, which is 20. So you can cover 20 hexes a day on the continent map. Actually, that's pretty
Oh.
fast.
Zoom zoom.
Zoom.
So how far is Frost Reach from?
It's 3 hexes.
Okay.
Okay. And how many times can Fraffen cast Windwalk?
Twice, I think. Like you could get from Frost Reach to the bit in the northern expanse that is relevant.
Yeah, so
Via
we
wind.
can tree walk to Frost Reach, wind walk to the Shadowguard Keep, unwind walk with Lidda and Tydeus if he wants to join. Go to the place that we think the Shadow Guards are where they are. And that would all be in one day, but it would burn probably all of Fraffen's high level spells.
But the traveling time would probably take more than a day anyway. So we would be saving time in the.
Yes.
If
That's
you
a
can
very
travel
good point.
20 hexes in a day with Windwalk, you could literally you could tree walk to Rel, pick up Malbrin, and come.
Jesus.
There's
Ring,
Malvin
ring.
on the stone. Malvin!
Ring ring. Hey
Hello.
Malbrin.
Hey, girl.
We got a little shindig happening up in the northern expanse. You wanna join?
Malbrin will have to consult her calendar. That Malbrin's brain has absolutely no idea what is going on with it.
Malbrin's a high-powered businesswoman now. She's got
Mm.
meetings, appointments.
Yeah.
Can't just drop everything and go to the Northern Expanse.
There could
Do
be
you know
some
due to her
pretty,
shares?
there could be some pretty crazy magical items up there.
I mean, no, I know that we don't know
I-
what's going on with Malbrin, but like it's kind of like if you want to say that Malbrin is in realm right now, and if you know, it's kind of you can kind of say wherever Malbrin is, wherever you want her to be, really, doing kind of whatever you want her to be doing. We'll work around it.
Malbrin's everywhere. walking his own board.
I mean, sure, but she wouldn't go because of this conversation.
Sure.
You would have had to have said something better than that at this
Sure, okay, yeah.
Like, not you, Jake. Like,
Rude.
Yeah, no, I
you
get
just
it.
rigging up saying, "Oh, we've got a party going on." She wouldn't go. But if you were like, "There's some seriously important shit," then she would.
Malvern, there's some seriously important shit.
All right.
It's,
Just told me.
You convinced me.
Tyrant
more
people!
Red Order stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they will ruin your
Look, I have
business
to
if you
talk
come
shit
back.
about them.
Here we go again.
All right. I guess. Well, we should consult everyone here and scale what's happening first. But Fraffin, maybe myself, maybe Beer, someone else will be joining you in wherever you are. Where are you right now?
Rel.
All right. Well, we'll see you in Rel. Shit, we're banned in Rel.
You look like
It's just a swoop and go, you know? Not...
Okay.
Yeah, you all look like Dragonborns anyway.
All right.
Right. But also, before this is solidified, what about your guys' plan with the wizard and everything?
Yes.
That is important.
Basically, it sounds like everyone bar the Dragonborn are going. And that leaves us at somewhat of a spell-less disadvantage. I know Zorga has some magic, but still, compared to a wizard,
Yeah. No, like that.
we
I
have
don't
no
know.
counter spells or anything.
Yeah, I feel like
So
we
I
should
mean,
go as soon as we've got the... Depends how fast we can get the wizard situation under control.
Maybe try and sort it out today, and then at the end of the day, try and make sure Krafen has his spells, and you can come up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So get on
How much
it.
time? How much time is left in the day, Jake?
It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now.
All right. So, let's find the wizard and handle it tonight.
Where by handling wizard? What are we
Yeah.
doing with the wizard
we
exactly?
want to
that's
solve
a
this all
conversation
by
we'd have.
tonight, and you don't know what handling means.
Well, that's why we're having this conversation.
This conversation has got to take the rest of the day. I say we just go and we figure out when we have the wizard.
Well, this is going to end up happening anyway, even if we do discuss it. So let's check. Yeah, let's go. Actually, I'm staying here making a book, but you guys can go.
I'm a bigger fan of the let's just wing it.
Oh, so
Alright.
do you guys even have counter spells?
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
Is counter spell a cleric thing? I don't think so.
Maybe for specific
No,
types of clerics.
So it was just specific wizards, but I just meant like spellcasting as a whole. No heals, no counter
Yeah.
spells, no.
Our heals?
If we left, then they'd have no heals.
Or our
I think
heals?
it. Those are our heals a bit, not as much as I'm able to heal.
Okay.
Not as much as the druid who is spec'd into healing.
Yeah.
Not druid, sorry. The
Cleric.
cleric.
Although
Oh,
druids can
7
also
are
heal.
healing?
I
The
think.
clerics, druids can also heal. Yeah. Cool. Where do we want to? You said to search a wizard's tower, right? Where's the tallest tower in this place, Jake?
The tallest tower in this place.
What happened to the scry?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah, we're
scry
gonna
as well.
scry, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been sidetracked several times.
Sorry.
Sure.
I'm going to scry. Where's the tallest tower?
I'm going to scry. Oh yeah, the debrief. Oh wait, some shawarma. Oh, what's Northern Expanse? Oh, I want to go to the Northern Expanse. Oh,
Rek has
sick.
ADHD.
Towers.
Whereas player has ADHD.
Right. What save does she have to do for your scrying, Rek? Is it wisdom? Feels like wisdom.
Feels like wisdom. Scry.
Jesus, like wisdom.
5th edition. Sorry, 1 second. Scrying. Yes, wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Ugh. Ka-chow.
Modified by how well I know them. So I've scryed on number 4. Does that help at all? With the...
Probably. I mean, she rolled a 12. What's your DC?
My DC is 17.
So,
But
that's
like
within
it's
the
modified, right? By
realms.
yeah.
Let's have a look at the table. Scrying. Scrying spells.
Right.
Is serial stalking count as being familiar with them?
Okay, so oh, you did meet her, didn't you? You get a scry off.
Okay.
And you can see that at this time of the day, late afternoon. Where is she? Let's have a look. She is currently, you see her in some kind of library space. She seems to be writing scrolls.
All right. Can I do the best I can to observe the environment and try and get an idea of
Sure.
where this library space is? If there's a window, maybe.
Yeah, there's a window. You can see some of the city skyline. You can see
There's
you
a
can see the
perspective
church from it.
field. Oh, yeah.
So
You
you
see
know
the
that
church from it.
you're like it's near-ish the church. It's like and you have a perspective on the church. So you're like it's depending on it's like southwest of the church probably.
All right. Cool. Well, I'll tell everyone. I think she's in some sort of library space southwest of the church.
How many churches
Nice
are
work.
there in Ormond?
Cheers.
Probably one or two. Quite a nice church.
And
Looks like it's probably the biggest church.
Also,
all right.
what Burek was saying, did it have the high up perspective?
Didn't have a GTA perspective, no.
No, just
I
like
mean like
Oh,
if they could see the skyline versus if they could see like just building.
you could see rooftops. It was
walls.
like it looks like it's like on like the second or third floor, probably.
it seems like it's on the second or third floor, a bit high up. Seeing rooftops, not seeing walls. Do we have a city map?
No.
Can we go ahead and buy a city map?
We'll go to the library. There's probably city maps in the library.
But we need to find the library. That's the point.
Get Raffin to do a little flap, go around.
That works. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Raffin-
Raffin's already been scouting out some bits of the city,
Oh,
as
yeah.
has Zarzan. So between Raffin and Zarzan, they probably know where the church is. In fact, Zarzan, give us a perception check, I guess. Yeah, you don't actually know where the church is. You know roughly where it is. You know it's like in like the north end of the city. You haven't like seen the church specifically, but you know roughly where it is. The library in question looks like it's southwest of something in the north of the city, which means it's like probably like kind of like just slightly north of the city center.
Can we confirm, has Zorgar been here before?
It's a good question. Zorgar, have you been here before?
Probably.
Yeah,
It may
seems
have
reasonable.
been brief, but probably.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yeah, you were a
Zorgar
soldier. You
is
traveled
quite
around
a
and stuff, yeah.
religious man.
That's a good point. Yeah. You can give us a religion check if you want, Zorgar. See if you know where the church is.
Okay. Religion.
You don't know where the
Religion
church is.
where it is.
You don't. You know where it ought to be, but you don't know where it is. You're like, if I was making a
If I
church,
was
this
gonna
is where
go
I'd put
to
it.
church, that's where it would be.
Aaron is gonna try a classic Naren move. Gonna pray to Arissa and be like, if I were to want to worship you harder, where would be the closest place to do that?
Give us a religion check.
Damn.
10. You hear the sound of crashing waves. Or waves, lapping on the sands, actually.
Okay, maybe should have been more specific. Should have wasted my god's time with directions.
why don't we ask Krafen to Krafen, could you bird form, fly around us, and like maybe if you can spot it, just come down to us and lead us the way. And
Also-
in the meantime, we can just walk to the church and try and find it.
Sure.
Yeah, we can also be asking people on the street, like,
Yes.
the
Okay.
church.
Yeah. Give us a survival check. You can have advantage on it if you're gonna, because I'm sure Krafen would bird around for you.
Survival. Oh, I didn't do the advantage. There you go.
Nice. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. So you a combination of Krafen flying ahead. You also you find a nice very very talkative gentleman who's like, oh, the blue hall. Yeah. No, you go around there. Yeah. You and then you take I'm going that way myself. I'll take you. You know, I was just going, and he's like, so what are you doing in the city?
Shawarma family.
Shawarma. That's a type of food, son. Just right. Okay. Just down here. Just here on tourism. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
That's a nice bird up there. Look at that, isn't it? You normally only get them in the north. That's interesting. But yeah, this guy will lead you. Are you asking for the library or the church?
The church.
The church. Yeah, he'll lead you to the church. Yeah. Yeah, it takes you like, I don't know, half an hour to walk there. And he's like, yeah, there you go, right there. Yeah, okay, right. Well, I'm away. See you later. Enjoy your prey. Bye.
Thank you
Bye.
very much. Cool.
Before they left, I fish out my newfangled dimension shackles and hand them to Rick. Like, there you go. Anti-wizard bullshit bulletproof. Here you go. Probably want those for tying up a wizard.
Thanks. Darren, you want these, or am I taking these, or what's happening here?
Sure. Yeah.
That wasn't an answer to my question, but you know.
Sure.
Amy, are you joining us on this expedition?
Someone's got to do some forgery around here.
That's fair. I don't suppose you have any invisibility cogs or such things.
Aha! I do have an invisibility cog, and I'm around here somewhere.
Fantastic.
My sheep might have been chewing on it slightly, so I apologize, but should still work.
A little bit of saliva hanging on there. Thank you. Okay. Great. Okay, well, yeah, you can do your book stuff, and we'll handle this.
Just call the John if you need anything.
All right, I'll do. I'm gonna stow these in my backpack.
Sure. Cool. So you guys arrive at the church. It's a pretty nice church. This one looks very much to be dedicated to Bahamut. There's a big friggin' like platinum dragon stained glass window set prominently in the front of it. There's also on the doorstep you can see someone dressed actually quite similar to how Kaladin used to dress. They've got the clan orange symbol on a tabard, and they're talking to someone. How does that make you feel? Deep in conversation. But yeah, you have found the church. What is your guys' next move?
Down to you, Rurik. What was the perspective?
What did you say, Jake? North, like west?
Southwest.
Southwest. Sorry. So from the library, they were looking southwest towards the church. So we're going northeast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I'll tell everyone that. They were looking southwest when I was in the. No, but the perspective was towards the southwest at this point. So we need to find an elevated library to the northeast from here. Jake, is there any obvious spires?
You can't see any obvious spires, no.
Okay. What are the taller buildings like?
You can see a taller building. It's kind of in the distance. It's not that tall, but it's basically it looks just like a very large house, very tall house.
Mm-hmm.
but it's very square. It's not towery.
Could I kind of ask Raffin to check out the windows
Mhm.
in that house and see if there's any libraries, especially if there's a blue dragonborn reading in one of those windows.
Sure, yeah, I'm sure he'll go off and do that for you. Are you gonna wait for him to come back, or are you guys gonna?
I think we just walk in that direction.
I say
right?
we don't even check. We just kick in the door. If it's the wrong person's house, we apologize. We leave. We try the next door.
Shouldn't we try and dimension shackle them before they escape and teleport out at the first sight of us?
Sure.
I've told you guys before, but if you restrict hands and gag a wizard, they won't be able to do shit.
I thought dimension shackles meant that they can't teleport.
Yes, but I'm just saying that if you do those things as well, that she won't be able to do anything.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good to know. Yeah, Naren, if we bash in the door, I think she's just gonna leave as soon as she gets told that people have bashed in the door, or she'll come down and fight us and then leave when we haven't, gotten her.
Depends if the door hits her.
If she's up a few flights of stairs, I'd be very lucky if the door and the ground floor hit her.
Up
You
the
don't know how hard I
staircase.
can kick doors.
I don't doubt how hard you can kick doors. It's more how accurately you can kick doors. Anyway, why don't we just start moving in that direction?
Sure. Yeah, so you guys head off in that direction. You get about halfway there, maybe 2/3 of the way there. And Raffin comes back and does a kind of a confirmatory circle in his bird form. In a circle you feel good about. Like, okay, cool, we're on the right track.
Can we ask him to just like go ahead and perch on the window that she's at and then immediately like fly off, just so we know
Sure.
which one it is.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, he'll. So yeah, you guys, I suppose you arrive at this large stone building. It's got a big set of double doors, and there's the Clan Urus symbol on like banners on the outside of it. And you can see people kind of going in and out like normal looking people, going in with bundles of books or coming out with bundles of books. And you see, it's quite a big building, actually. So it's maybe like from a distance it looks like just like a large house, but it's kind of more like a kind of a large like a mansion size house. Like it's pretty big. And you see Raffin goes and perches at a window on like the 3rd floor, and then flies away. And circles
Is that
back down.
is that the top floor, Jake?
No, there's a 4th floor.
Okay. Right. Well, gang, how do we want to do this?
We could just pick up some books, walk in, pretend we're nerds, get close, shackle. It's the best I got.
Maybe. Do you reckon we can get an audience with her? If I can go invisible, and then when she's, presumably when we're next to her talking to her, when you guys are next to her talking to her, I can hopefully shackle her before she notices.
Sure. Is there any way for a skilled wizard to see through seeming? No?
Hey, Lidda.
Eh?
Ring, ring, ring. Is there any way for a wizard to see through seeming or invisibility?
She has true sight, then yeah.
Do you always have true sight, or is that something you have to turn on?
No. It's a spell.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me look at my seeming spell and see if it. If they hardcore investigate you and get past my spell save DC, they will figure out you're disguised. And investigating is an intelligence-based thing, so she'll figure it out pretty easily.
Do you think pretty much anyone in this, presumably Wizards headquarters, will figure that out? pretty easily.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
All right.
yeah. It's fine for going around towns because people aren't usually just investigating every single person that they see. But
Mhm.
if you're looking suspicious at all, and someone doesn't trust that you are who you say you are, and they happen to be pretty smart or just lucky, they'll figure it out.
All right. Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, other than that, I think True Sight is the only thing that can make you see through shit. I'm not sure if it can see through disguises, but it can definitely see invisibility.
Hmm. Okay. Jake, is this Sorry, what kind of building is this?
How do you mean in terms of kind?
What's its function? Is it a library? Is it a
It
school?
looks very much like a public building. It looks like a library.
Oh, okay.
Like there's quite a lot of foot traffic coming in and out.
Oh, well, yeah. Sounds like we're fine to just walk in then.
Yeah, like there's no one checking things at the door, and then they can definitely just kind of head in.
All right. Now, and I'm thinking I can go invisible just now. Maybe not me. I'm pretty heavy-footed. But also I can't speak Dragonborn. Yeah, no, I go invisible. Then you lead the way to the room. Hopefully just knock on it and we get in. Then I'm going to try and shackle her. If that fails, let's just knock her out.
Cool. Let's go.
Alright.
Really concerned this poor library's gonna have a giant laser beam hole in the side of the wall by the time you're finished with it.
Jake, can I little fling of the cog?
Uh-huh.
Hopefully
Sure.
go invisible.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not entirely sure how it works, but you know this thing that Mira's handed you, it's like a little fidget spinner. You spin it, and then you spin it so fast that you become invisible.
Can I say that I'm gonna keep it spinning as long as the spell
Sure.
lasts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Cool.
so.
Nice.
Sure. Okay. So you guys are just heading into the library.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So you head in. You enter into a large. There's like a stone floor, and there are various tables set up. The walls are all lined with bookcases. It looks like this ground floor, and also there's stairs up to the first floor. It looks like the first floor also is just kind of like public access library stuff. Like you're kind of aware that there are more floors than this, but like looking at it from the outside, but you can't. There's no obvious. There's like you can't see how you get to like floor 2 and 3. And yeah, there's like basically just various tables set up. Everyone's very quiet in here, obviously, reading away. There is kind of a blue-scaled librarian figure with like half-moon specs down at the bottom of their nose, sitting behind a desk, stamping things quietly, filing things away, things like that. But otherwise, it's just kind of your standard library fare, basically.
Could I like sit down and pretend to be reading a book, and then I think I'll have to take time to prepare the spell if that's okay. But I'd like to go ahead and try and detect magic. And see
Okay,
if there's,
you
like,
are
a
invisible.
hidden door.
Yeah.
I am invisible. Can I? Oh.
So you can sit down and read a book. There's going to be a floating book.
I will not read a book. I will just sit down and. Can I prepare a spell whilst invisible? Is that a thing?
Yeah, how long does invisibility last for?
I can't remember. But the good thing
Quite a
about that
long
cog
time.
is you can use a ridiculous amount of time, so don't worry about wasting it.
Oh really?
Yeah, hold on, let me double check.
Oh, detect magic is concentration.
1 hour.
1 hour. And if I drop the invisibility of the cog, I can't recast it today? Or I
No,
can?
you can.
I can?
It's like 9 times or 12 times or something.
Oh.
Absolutely disgusting. So go for it.
Jake, can I find the darkest corner?
Uh-huh.
The in between shelves that are
Yeah. Yeah.
dusty and whatnot. Drop in, have a peek, make sure no one's coming this way. drop invisibility, and then cast Detect Magic.
Sure, yeah. What's the detect magic
Yeah.
do?
Um,
Or where are you trying to get
For
detect
dra-
magic?
I want to see if there's like a hidden door or a secret entrance to the upper floors. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in that area that bears the magic. You learn at School of Magic in any way. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, and a thin sheet of lead.
Sure. Yeah, this place is riddled with magic. It's fucking everywhere. It's like really overwhelming when you actually start looking around at all the magic. You do see that the door to the broom cupboard glows with a magical aura, which is unusual.
Any sort of like wards on that? Any deduction I can do to figure out how to open a door?
I mean, there's a door handle.
There's no keyhole.
No.
All right, cool. Well, I'll drop Detect Magic, and start the fidget spinner and go
Sure.
invisible again. And then I'm going to. What am I going to do? Where are Naren and the rest of the crew? Is it Naren, Zorgar?
Aaron is trying to look for a city map while we're here.
Sure, yeah, there's probably one on the wall, actually. So there's a place they put a city map. Kind of an artistic rendering, but yeah, there's one on the wall.
How many people are looking at it? How
There's like,
stealthily could I steal it from the wall?
it's a very big map.
Oh,
There's a lot of people here.
okay. I
So like
guess I'll
you could
try
maybe
absorb-
try and steal it, but then like if no one noticed you stealing it, then they would notice pretty quickly where did the map go?
That would be a pretty good heist there.
The library map. Finally, it's ours.
Yeah, I guess I'll leave it. Just absorb as much of it as I can
Sure.
into my skull.
What about Zargar and Zarzan? What are you guys up to?
Probably just chilling.
Chilling, yeah.
Yeah.
Taking in the grandeur of the library.
Could I?
might,
Go ahead.
I might do some browsing for some religious texts if I like the time.
Sure.
If I find it or something.
Yeah, I mean you can have a poke through. There's a kind of a religious section. So Zarzan's just hanging out. Zorgar's perusing the religious texts. Naren's studying the map, and Rurak, you've identified a magical broom closet.
Yeah.
Where are you going from here?
Any loose pieces of parchment I can write on?
You can probably find like on the floor, like underneath one of the shelves. There's like you know the little bits of paper they have on the inside of library books with like the stamps and stuff. There's one of there
Sure.
that's lost its book, and you could write on the back of that.
Yeah, do that then. That's probably
Sure.
broom closet.
All right.
And well, I've got seeming up still, right?
Yeah.
Well, then I don't need to be invisible. In the same dark bit, I drop invisibility. See, what am I doing?
Sure.
I'll
Just want to play with
walk
the
out.
fidget spinner.
Yeah, I just want to play the fidget spinner. It's fun. Walk out and go up to. I'll show Zorgar, Zarzan, and Naren this little thing that says broom cupboard.
Ho ho ho.
Mm-hmm.
To the broom cupboard.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you guys are heading to the room cupboard?
Oh,
I'm going to go back to my corner and go invisible again, and then go to the cupboard.
no, stop it. Just
No,
Where
that's
the
what I'm
fuck did he
doing.
go?
That's what I'm doing.
Sure. How are the rest of you proceeding to the broom cupboard?
Like normal people.
Okay.
Just
Just
pretending we have business in the broom cupboard and just powering through.
sure. Okay. Can everyone
We
give
walk
us
in with
a?
a ladder. We're not like we're going to there with purpose.
Can everyone, other than Rurik will probably just get away with it. Can everyone give me a stealth check, but use your charisma rather than your dexterity?
How do you do that?
How do you do that?
in this?
Just I
do
don't
a
know.
charisma.
Yeah, basically, just
do a-
like roll a charisma. If you're proficient in stealth, you're proficient in this one. Otherwise, just roll charisma.
What?
So roll the charisma check, and then you can add your proficiency bonus if you're proficient in charisma in stealth.
19.
19.
I'm gonna use a lucky there.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a big old lucky.
Nice.
So that's
Better.
plus proficiency. So I got 20.
20. Okay. Sure. So, are you opening the broom closet, Rurik?
No.
No?
I'm invisible.
You're invisible. Who's opening the broom
Mhm.
closet?
Hold it.
Oh.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah. So you guys, walk in. You kind of, you kind of do library stuff until such a point as people would probably just kind of, you've just been absorbed into the mass of library patrons, and then you kind of walk with a certain amount of purpose to the broom cupboard. Zorgar opens the door, and you can see a set of stairs leading up. And that seems like quite a good place to pause it for this week. And we'll pick up next week. So if you watch the stream, cheers for watching. See you then.